All right. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Ironman Podcast number 5. It's the first one we've had in a while, like a year and a half. We're going to start off with just brief introductions of who you are and what you're doing in game right now. My name is Parker, SoloParker, one of the leaders of Erudite, Max Ironman, representing Team America here on the podcast.
Hi, I'm Flower, previously known as Situation, and I'm also representing Team America here.
Lelador and Team Finland, the best team, Finland, and still rank 1, I don't know how.
My name is Flynn, and I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, Flynn.
I'm Jay. I'm from Canada. What? And what?
Nothing.
Why are you shouting? My name is 734-590-325-839.
My name's Vatti. I'm an Ironman. I'm Max as well. I representing Team UK here. And I'm currently hunting because I've got an armor task and I fucking hate it.
Rip. All right. So next. So what are your current short-term goals and long-term goals or plans with your account? And so Tyler, you're next.
All right, so for my new Ironman, Flower, short term, just finishing up 200 mil thieving again. It'll be third 200 mil on this account. And long term, I don't really have any real plans just besides just keep playing and just train whatever I feel like training.
Short term, 30 mil smithing, currently doing out agility to get some GP, then buying the gold, and long term 30 mil base.
I don't know. I think my short term is like all raids items or something. And long term is 10k kills and all bosses.
Right now I'm just pet hunting, doing Slayer and raids. I don't really have a short-term goal. I'm just hunting pets pretty much.
Short-term goal for me, 20 mil Slayer. While I'm slaying, I'm trying to get an imbued heart and full armadillo. After that, I'll work towards gearing up for Zulrah. That's about it.
Short-term goal for me, finish up 200 mil thieving. Got about a month left. And then long-term goal, just play for XP and have fun. Try to climb the high scores and just have fun playing it. All right, so question number 3. So in your opinion, who is the best Ironman currently playing?
Osiris, no question.
Dude, Lelador still rank 1. Lela's the best.
Either Lela or Osiris, I'd say, yeah.
Currently playing, my best account is Aloe. Currently playing would be Osiris.
Yeah, I'd have to agree and say currently playing Osiris.
Wow, incredible! Shit.
Fucking Lasby, mate.
Y'all talking Lasby down. Lasby's one of my choices because he's shown that he can be really, really consistent and he has a lot of free time now and he's been putting in 400 plus months the last few months. So he is one of the best lately. That is my opinion on him. Osiris is still really good, but Lasby has been an up-and-comer lately.
Yeah, he's been climbing the high scores hardcore. It's really cool to see.
The Iron
Last
Man
will burn out than the iron in no time.
when he runs out of EG skills, we'll see. So in 1 year from now, who will be ranked 1, 2, and 3 on the Ironman high scores?
1, 2, and 3? I don't fucking know. Tyler will be rank 1, I think. Well, Lasby's a cuck, he's not gonna be anywhere. I don't know. I only know Tyler's gonna be ranked. That's it.
I guess I'd say Aloe first, Lela second just because he's perm rank 2, and Lasby third, I guess.
I'll go Lasby number 1. If he doesn't burn, I'd go Hyga 2. But if he does burn, then Lela, and then number 3 be Aloe.
Didn't Tiger already burn?
Yeah, I thought he did.
Yeah, he's in like an oscillating state of burnness. Like he comes back.
He's been playing WoW and doing Nightmare Zone lately.
Fair enough.
In Deadman mode when it was out. My rank 1 will be Lasby, rank 2 will be Aloe, and then rank 3 will be Lelador.
All right, talking Lasby up again. Lasby for number 1, and then I don't know. It'll be a mix between Lela and Aloe for 2 and 3. I know Lela will want to keep rank 2.
Yeah, but I'm not sure anymore how much I want to keep rank 2, even though it's a nice meme.
God, do it for the meme, man.
I honestly don't know. It's impossible to say because people keep burning out like flies, and well, I think Aloe and I will be in the top 3 because of our lead, but no idea who will be the third, and no idea about the order.
All right. If you could remove one update entirely, what would it be, excluding Fossil Island, since it's not out yet?
For me, it'd probably be either Zeah runecrafting or Wintertodt. I don't know. I really don't like either of them. They kind of really change the dynamic of the skills.
Zeah runecrafting, no question.
For me, I'm gonna say Zulrah. I made my Ironman after Zulrah was already out for like a couple months, and I think it'd be really interesting to see people trying to max without Zulrah and killing like Calphite Queen for farming, mining all your essence, or killing wyverns for it. I think it'd totally change the game, so I would say Zulrah.
I think I would honestly say just like all the drop reworks, like that would also kind of include Zulrah, I guess, but like all the Slayer reworks, just making everything a lot faster, including like wyverns or neck reels or gargoyles, just like everything that made gathering items easier.
Zeah as a whole, it just devalued pretty much everything that's there, or whatever you can do there. But yeah, Zeah as a whole.
For me, I guess anything that's with gathering, same as situation. Like I would pure essence for runecrafting. That would be amazing. But yeah, things like that. I don't know.
All right, I think I know what Tyler's gonna say for this one, but should Ironmen be allowed to access the reward shop from Nightmare Zone?
Oh shit.
No. Easy answer. I mean, a bit of explanation for that. It would just, like, all it really takes to ruin Herb and Iron Man is one secondary to be, like, just stupidly dumb to get. After that, it just ruins everything. So, just being able to buy all your secondaries completely ruins it. So, no, they shouldn't.
Yeah, I agree. I think part of Ironman mode is going to collect your secondaries and collecting your own stuff. And Nightmare Zone is 0 time, so you're not really collecting it. And if you could use a Nightmare Zone shop, I would say the only thing you should be able to get is like, the fire runes and the other worthless shit. But definitely not the herblore secondaries.
All right, someone who uses Nightmare Zone on the occasion. All right, on the occasion, you know, honestly, the answer would be no, but I wouldn't be against it if it just happened to come in.
Would you vote yes or no on the poll, Tyler?
I vote yes.
Okay.
I'd vote yes. But I don't think it should come into the game.
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, no, that would be one of the worst things that could ever happen to Ironman mode. So, fuck that shit.
To be honest, actually, I'd love to do that in the game. I don't know. Because I'm PVMing a lot. I hate collecting secondaries. I would actually enjoy that, to be honest.
That would just completely ruin herblore. Just get daily herb boxes and
Yeah.
easy secondaries.
Oh, I forgot about the herb boxes. I was just going on secondaries.
Herb boxes
yeah.
would
That
be
would
the
just
worst.
be the worst
That would be
thing.
even more amazing.
Daily,
Free prayer
daily.
potions.
I wouldn't say so. I'd rather see secondaries come into the game some other way, like more farming stuff or appropriate boss drops or something. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I would like to piggyback on that. I'd like to see more like allotment farming where you can kind of farm secondaries. Like I know R3 has like snake grass you can farm and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Like different berry yield for different levels of farming. Like so maybe you get like
Yeah.
8 to 10 white berries or something.
Yeah.
At least
something
we are
like that.
getting seaweed farming with Fossil Island. So
If it's
boy,
good.
yeah.
a step to the right direction at
Yeah.
least.
All right. So say the new hunter method that's coming out with Fossil Island is better than Shins for training hunter. What would the new pre-99 ranged meta be or would we still catch chins for a certain range level? In my opinion, I still think you would probably have to catch chins to get at least like 90 to 95 range, somewhere in there, where you can do Zulrah efficiently. But because herblore is gotten so much easier in the past, I don't know how much more herblore XP you're gonna get from this method, but Slayer gives you a lot of herblore XP. But I don't know. It's tough to say because it's not out, but I would definitely say probably catch chins to at least 90, 92-ish.
I'm gonna piggyback off you and say herblore has become a lot easier recently, or just with all the updates. So hunting chins wouldn't be that bad. You can still hunt chins all the way and still have herblore a lot easier than it used to be. So I'll get at least 90 range if this new Fossil Island method was really OP for herblore.
I agree. Of course, depends how good it actually is when it comes out, but I don't think they'll make it that OP. So yeah, around 90 range at least you'd want to tune.
Well, I don't know. It's fucking Jagex, so they will fuck it up. I know. It's probably gonna be like 30k herblore XP an hour.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
what I think. But so yeah, it's probably. I wouldn't catch chins, to be honest.
I don't really know what the meta is for chinning stuff, so it's hard to say. I don't know.
It would like the proposed method would be like just raw herbs, right? So it gives you secondaries and shit, and the maxed max amount of like range you should get for your max is 96. So you probably just chin to 96, and then from then on in just do the Fossil Island thing. So just like get enough chins for 96 plus any other chinning shit you might want to do. So that's if it's good.
Yeah, and we have Master Farmers now, which give a lot of, and then Slayer's just been insane for herblore.
Yeah.
All right. So efficient way to use both Slayer bracelets on Ironman. So the Slaughter and Expeditus.
I would say just use, in my opinion, just to make it short, Slaughter on task you want to do a lot of, so herblore GP task, and the other one, can't think of the name of right now.
Expeditious?
Yes, that bracelet on task, like, that are mostly your skip tasks.
Yeah, I have nothing else to add to that.
Me neither.
Oh, right.
Like,
Yeah.
I
Same thing, pretty much.
I've been doing Slayer recently. I've been using just the Slaughter bracelets on Necreals and Dagonoffs. I haven't been bothering using any Expeditious bracelets because I think the time it takes for me to actually make them isn't worth the time it saves me from skipping the Black Dragons I would use it on. I'd want to kill as many Dark Beasts as possible because I want to try and get a superior throw and build out. So if you just want to use bracelets, I'd probably just do Necreals and Dagonoffs. The herblore.
Yeah, I would agree. Just use the ones that extend your task on stuff that gives you kind of good resources or are good XP per hour, and then use the skip ones on your skip tasks. It's pretty straightforward. And then, I mean, if you really enjoy a task where you want like more whips for like PVM or something, you can use it on like Abbey Demons, or like if you want to do boss tasks and go for a pet, you can use it there. But that's about it. Talk about the Slayer meta. How do you guys slay, and what are your block lists, etc.?
My block list is all over the place because I keep changing how I slay at once. Currently it's more boss slaying, so I'm not even that sure how to do efficient slayer, and I've always been really bad at slaying, so I'll just yeah, that's it.
well, I only do boss tasks, so yeah. But the thing is, I don't even have a quest cape, so I only have 4 blocks. So fucking what?
Oh
Still
my
have 4
God.
blocks.
What is going on?
So with me.
Is this for real?
Yeah.
I've been memeing 4 blocks in his chat for like 2 months straight, and he still hasn't got a quest cape.
Holy shit.
Wait, what quests have you not done?
I don't know. I have the free to play, don't have that, and like devious mind.
Jesus Christ, man.
My block list is like half full right now because I wasted all my Slayer points. But it's basically just the top 5 tasks I don't want. I think there's like Cal fights and Black Demons and shit on there right now.
My current block list is myself, Tyler, and Zilly sat down like a couple months ago and tried to figure shit out. It's like just create a model for it. Current block list at the moment is Abbey Demons, Calfights, Hellhounds, Suquas. No, not Suquas. Abbey Demons, Calfights, Hellhounds, Kraken, Greater Demons, and Black Demons. And then I do Extended Necks, Extended Abbey Specs, Dagonoffs, Bloodvelts, Gargoyles, Smoke Devils, Black Dragons, and Dark Beasts, and then I skip everything else. And I also do Blue Dragons and Red Dragons. They are worth doing, so I just do those as well.
Yeah, Red Dragons with the Elite Diary.
Are they actually?
Yeah, so
Connor and I talked about it, and then that just means you get less, better tasks.
yeah, but
Makes
so the reason why it wasn't because the sample that we got from Aloe, he like meleeed them, but there's a safe spot you can just use to blowpipe them, and it's pretty just chill. It's a super chill task, and you just kill them really quickly. So
Yeah, but the shield doesn't mean efficient.
well, yeah, no, it's chill and efficient. Yeah. So it's definitely worth doing, especially with the noted hides.
Is this reds or blues?
Reds.
Reds, right?
I'm still not convinced.
I'll math it out. Yeah, I'll
much
math it out.
herblore and money you'd lose.
Yeah, we'd have to math it out, but at the moment it seems like good to do.
So personally, I fucking hate Slayer. It's one of my least favorite skills, and so the only way I'm gonna ever get 200 mil is by doing it the way I want to do it. And so I only do the tasks that I really enjoy doing. I follow a block list that's similar to Osiris, but Calfight Queen just made it off the block list because of Vatti's new calculations. But personally, I don't think you need to follow Slayer meta, because if you follow the most efficient method, it's a really long skill and you might burn out. So I just follow the rule of thumb, just enjoy the skill, and if it takes a little bit longer, it takes a little bit longer. But yeah, I just kind of follow Osiris's block list.
Just wait for Slayer dummies and 1 million XP per hour.
Yep.
Yeah, like honestly, you should just wait for Slayer to be your last 200 mil, and that's the most efficient way to do it.
My block list is pretty much the same as Vatti. He said we sat down and did it, except I just have 5 blocks. I have the Quest Cape, but I don't have Lumbridge Elite, like Flynn, I guess.
Hey.
Flynn still
And as
uses the
for-
Draymond stuff.
I do too. No. So, as for Slayer metas, don't think it matters too much. It just needs to be changed, once or twice a year, really, because all the updates just change it and tweak the meta just a little bit at a time every time. And the meta doesn't really need to change unless a really big update happens.
Alright, discuss the new Slayer dungeons, things you like, don't like, things you would have liked to see different with them.
Is that the dungeons that they spread out all over the?
Yeah, where they move
Oh
it
yeah.
around.
I mean, it's a pretty nice update. I mean, at least you have some new scenery, I guess. But yeah, to be honest, it makes like 0 difference. It's like Neath Cave could have been there as well, in my opinion. But it's whatever people want, I guess.
I think it's nice. I like having distinct dungeons for distinct things. I like that there's like a little dude in the middle of the demon one for some lore. The only thing I don't like about it is how cramped it kind of seems. Like I know it's good for Slayer, but having 3 monsters crammed into a 9x9 square seems weird to me.
It's aesthetically pleasing, and the runtime is the same. That's all I really care about. So yeah, I don't mind it. I particularly like the new gargoyle room. It's just loads of spawns. You can spawn trap a load of them, so just made that task way faster. Same with neck reels as well.
Yeah, I'm a fan of it, because I didn't like Neve's Cave, how everything was just crammed in there. It didn't really fit the idea of Slayer to me, where you have to kind of go around and killing stuff. And like you said, I kind of like how they kept it, so it's roughly the same speed to get to every task. And then yeah, so I like it. I don't think there's much difference I would like to see with it.
I agree, I like how it's more spread out, but one thing I also like is that I saw a new method come for the Smoke Devil boss, where after every kill, people are teleporting to their house and just fairy ring back, since the entrance to it is near the fairy ring south of Castle Wars.
Yeah,
I think that was pretty cool that method started.
I'm completely indifferent to them. I didn't mind Neve's Cave, and I don't mind the new caves. And I haven't really been slaying that much. I haven't even seen many of them.
All right, so how do you feel about the recent Slayer changes? Do you think you enjoy Slayer more or less? And this kind of addresses Slayer in the past year, from going to like melee state to where we barrage a lot of more tasks. We get all those bracelets. We're getting a lot more herblore and the necril and gargoyle buff, drop buff, and all that.
I think the necril and gargoyle buff is pretty broken. I don't like that just because of how crazy it is for such low level monsters. I think the barrage meta is nice for people who do it, but I'm not into it personally. And what was the other thing? Oh, like the bracelets. The bracelets
Yeah.
are cool. I like them for bossing. They're pretty cool for that, but I don't use them much otherwise.
I think the drop tables too much. I think they best turn it down a tad bit, because like getting it's pretty low recs with pretty high GP per hour just through tasks and shit. Especially as an Ironman where a lot of your shit just comes from Slayer now. You get so much passive shit from like just doing 200 mil that it cuts off like thousands of hours, which is appreciated, but not necessarily the best for the game. It's weird when you go from like when you just lose like 4,000, 5,000 hours off of a 200 mil. That seems crazy for like one update. Disproportionate. And I agree with Jay. I've been trying to like bracelet switch Armadillo, and I keep failing at it. but other than that, it's fine. Yeah, I like it. Do I enjoy Slayer more or less? Probably more.
I don't know if I like the Slayer changes. I feel like it's just a power creep that's going to keep going and going and going, and they're going to keep doing quote-unquote quality of life buffs, like in stuff like the bracelets, where it's not a direct buff, but it is buffing Slayer. And then you have all the drops are really OP. I'm not saying I don't want them, because I love getting like tons of toad flax seeds every task and all those herbs, but they're really OP for Ironman. So I'm kind of indifferent towards it, because I really don't slay, because I don't enjoy it. And then I guess that answers the second part of the question: do you enjoy Slayer more or less? Absolutely not. I don't like that skill.
You guys have been talking about the drops, and I totally agree with you, making it easier. Annoying, but I kind of like how you train it more now. Before, you just go to a task, and if you're not flicking prayer, you just put on like piety or pray melee and just AFK basically the whole task. I kind of like that there's more diversity now, where you can barrage some tasks, or you blowpipe certain tasks over like instead of like a year before. I like how there's just more methods now.
Rip the blowpipe Dagonoff method.
Oh god.
Rip that method.
If you guys didn't know, you could Serp Helm all of the Dagonoffs in Lighthouse dungeon, and it was like 50k an hour Slayer XP, and that got nerfed when Serp Helm got nerfed. So all the Ironmen weren't necessarily crying about God Was Dungeon, more about the fact that they couldn't do that method anymore. That was really sad. Yeah. Now you just kind of AFK them in the catacombs. It's kind of shitty.
It's boring.
Yeah.
I personally don't mind the Dagonoff nerf, because I wasn't a fan of that task and that method.
Were you not?
And nope. And I hate smoke devils as well. I hate barraging them. Dusties is nice. That's a nice task. But yeah, I'm usually against any devaluation, and this is no exception. And as I said earlier, I've never been a fan of Slayer, so. But yeah, I have to agree with Parker. He said that they're not gonna slow down; it's just gonna get worse, and I agree 100%. They're just gonna double down, and as we know, Slayer is the most updated skill, and I don't see that stopping being the case anytime soon.
Flynn?
Oh fuck! I was scratching my nuts. Wait.
How do you feel about
yeah, Slayer updates. I don't know. It's going pretty fast actually, in my opinion. Way too quick. But yeah, best thing is just to not train Slayer, in my opinion. Just do it as your last skill. But that's kind of difficult because you need the seats. So I don't know. I kind of enjoy that it drops a lot of things, but yeah, it's getting kind of a bit too much. Like gargoyles, like fucking fucking, what is it, 150 steel bars a toss. It's kind of a bit.
Yeah, now
But
we're
yeah,
getting
I
that
don't
gargoyle
mind.
boss.
What?
Now we're getting that gargoyle boss too. Or Slayer
Oh
boss.
yeah, that's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be even better.
Yo,
And
if
the new
it-
pet as well.
Yeah.
The normal
Yeah.
ones are already 1 mil an hour, so the gargoyle boss should be like 2 maybe? 1.5?
We can definitely improve the cannonballs we never use.
we get more worthless boots that we won't ever use.
Yeah, that's great.
Do you think the normal drops off the new gargoyle boss will be quite good, or do you think it'll all come from the dust, like the money?
I think because the gargoyles currently are so strong with their loot, it would probably most of the weighting would probably have to be in the uniques. But then they'll probably like make the unique shit, so no one will buy them. So it'll just be a shit per hour boss, just for the pet, and then
Yeah.
that's it.
Should be a
That's what
garbage
I was
box.
about to say, that the Unix don't seem great, and I don't think they'll stay expensive.
And it's
So
a pretty
it's
low.
most likely gonna be shit.
Unless they add like triple magic seed drops and like
Oh,
wines and shit and red spider eggs, probably wouldn't be worth it.
Everyone on Twitter's been crying about the magic seeds lately.
Yeah. All right. Do you ever see yourself getting 2 bill XP, 200 mil all? Is 200 mil all realistic on Ironman mode? Do I ever see myself getting 2 bill? Maybe not in the foreseeable future, but I definitely see if the game lasts long enough, I think I will. If Old School doesn't die out, I'm addicted to this game. 200 mil all, probably not. I don't think 200 mil all is realistic on an Ironman. I think the only way 200 mil all is ever going to happen on an Ironman is if the game kind of gets put in a state where it's like classic, where there's no mod support and it's just kind of running, and some person just decides to do it, and like 15 years from now finally gets 200 mil all. But I think the time it takes is just way too long.
Parker, there's one thing you're forgetting on that. Every Thursday, it's one step
Yeah.
closer to 200 mil all.
Yep.
You ready for this next Thursday?
Yeah, when's Karambwanji coming out?
I'm ready to fish.
I'm so
Okay.
ready.
Oh, I'm so salty. Fucking 60 mil fishing. God damn it.
All right. Do I see myself getting 2 bill? Of course. Let's be real. 200 mil all, I don't see that realistically for how I play right now. And 200 mil all realistic on Ironman, just every Thursday it gets a step closer, so eventually it'll be at that point, for sure.
Yeah, I totally agree. For the 2 bill, yeah, I'll get it eventually. 200 mil all, probably not, and it will most definitely become realistic. They thought it wasn't realistic in Classic, Runescape 2, then Runescape 3 came, and there's now what, like 100 plus people with max XP. And then Old School came out, people thought that would never happen, and now there's at least 3 people getting close to it. Well, I say close, they're still miles away, but yeah, it's only gonna get faster for all the games, including Ironman mode. So yeah, I think it will definitely happen eventually. And I don't see the game dying anytime soon, so I don't think that will stop it.
Yeah, 2 bill XP I'll definitely get, I think. Even if I only do bosses, I'll probably get pretty close. More than that, I don't think so, though. So yeah, for me, 200 mil all, probably not. But someone will do it, I think. There's probably some Link's Titan out there that wants to play Ironman or something.
Your boy Lasby coming through with a 200 mil.
Oh god.
You don't have so much
Must be nice.
Oh, I don't know if I'd ever get 2 bill XP. Maybe. I do a lot of bossing now. I don't really like skilling that much anymore, so I guess it's possible, but I wouldn't expect to. Definitely not 200 mil unless the game dynamic changes an insane amount. And I'd pretty much echo what Lelador said about whether it's going to be realistic or not. The game will get faster. I think it'll just happen slower than it did with RS3.
I'm definitely gonna get 2 bill. Any more than that is questionable, considering I'm going into like uni and I'm finishing uni, going into my masters and all that stuff. So real life will just catch up with me. Me personally, I probably won't get 200 mil, but I'm kind of playing as if I'm planning to. If you know what I mean, I'm playing as macro efficiently as possible. Because that's just a fun way to play for me, to be honest. Will anyone ever get 200 mil all? I think probably just one person. that'll be it. And then some like crazy motherfucker.
Yeah. All right. Discuss how much Zulrah you should kill for maxing and how efficient it is to kill post max.
Well, I know Vatti was discussing with Froswell recently about Zulrah, and Froswell made a whole spreadsheet about Zulrah, and it was like, if you include Kelquats, it's about 3.3k farming per kill. I'll definitely do around at least 2,000 though to max. So you can finish up farming, get all the other drops, and get low-level rune crafting out of the way, so you don't really need to do as many blood runes. Because blood runes are quite slow. And post-max Zulrah, I don't know. I was never a fan of it. I know Lola is, so I'll just skip that.
Yeah, no idea how many for maxing. I've pretty much given up on trying to keep track with Zulrah efficiency because it keeps changing pretty much every Thursday, like Tyler said. And how efficient is it to kill post max? Pretty damn efficient. Well, efficient enough. You should do it.
Yeah, I think it's calculated. It's like 4k, but I mean, you don't have to do Zulrah. You can do KQ, and that's almost efficient. So I don't know, if you want, you can do some other bosses. You know, you don't always have to do Zulrah. I mean, I'm not gonna kill 100,000 Zulrah. I'm not autistic, so I'll do some other bosses probably.
It's nowhere near 100k anymore.
You're gonna
That's
do
what
10k
Frostwell
core?
said. Like, yeah.
Gross.
Okay, fuck's sake, I am a bit autistic, but I mean,
Just
I'm not gonna
bad,
kill
though.
100,000 Zulrah, man.
I'd say just kill enough for 99 farming, and then I guess play it by ear. The game will change so much. Like post max, I don't know if you should commit to Zulrah, to be honest.
Zulrah currently is good for farming, good for herblore, and good for rune crafting. As Tyler mentioned, me and Fraser talked about some calculations yesterday. Turns out ZMI is impressively good for rune crafting, so much so that you might want to consider just getting like 15 million essence or something if you're planning to go for 200 mil RC, which would be like around 100k Zulrah. But you'd have so much more excess of other shit, and you may want to kill yourself by the time you get to 200 mil farming, that you might just want to do souls for the rest of it. But it is Zulrah worth it post max, definitely. It's DHP for farming pretty much, and the essence you get from it is really good for rune crafting as well. Only if you enjoy those skills though.
Yeah, how much you should kill for maxing, I would say until you have 99 farming banks, and then if depends on what you want to do for rune crafting. Like I enjoyed doing lavas, so I wanted to get more essence, so I did some more Zulrah because I didn't want to do souls. But it's all a personal preference for you if you want to do ZMI and whatnot. How efficient is it to kill post max? Zulrah is getting more devalued every
Every
Tyler
Thursday.
said, every Thursday. Yeah, it's getting less and less useful. The number that we have to kill for 200 mil is going down every week, just with every update we get. So, how it's efficient to kill post max, I would say for farming, like kind of what Aloe is doing is kind of what I've been doing, is just kill it like every week for seeds, for like a week of farming for tree seeds, and then just hang off for it because you don't want to kill too much now. Is there might come a time where it's only efficient to kill like 15,000 Zulrah, and then that's it. That's all you need. So.
One thing to piggyback off what you were saying, and Vatti was saying about the EHP, killing like 25 an hour is like banking almost 100k farming or like 90k farming. You're banking that an hour in trees, and other people are thinking of doing tithe farming for like 100k an hour, and they're saying that it's a lot better when you'd be getting that basically with Zulrah alone with all the extra drops. So
Yeah.
there's that.
You're gonna, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that farming by itself isn't just farming. You're getting so much more per hour at Zulrah. That it's like, I think on his spreadsheet it was like 2 or 3 HP per like hour or something, just like in total different other shit.
Yeah,
just
2
like,
EHP.
yeah, it's super inflated at the moment. And that's with like basic welfare gear at like 24 kills an hour. If you get like full ancestral full everything. You can get up to like 30 kills an hour, just like super power, like do a power hour or something, and you should be able to get like super amount of the HP for it. It's cool.
Yeah, and not to mention that
I think
tech farm is completely
30.
That's what Fraser said.
Okay, discuss the Zulrah nerf and how does this affect Ironmen. Kind of already went over this, but if you want to go over it really quick.
Yeah, the nerf wasn't as bad as people think. That's pretty much it. And didn't really affect Iron.
Yeah, basically the same. It's not that big of a deal.
Rip money. That's all I will say. Rip money.
You
We have gargoyles and
Yeah,
necros.
but now when I do Zulrah, I get less money. I want money.
Yeah, coins are like the value of money just went up a considerable amount on Ironman. Like you need a lot for plank making, fletching, smithing, etc.
I would say the Slayer kind of balanced it out a bit, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, we still don't necessarily know exactly how much GP you would need to get 200 mil in order viables, but you can understand that doing 200 mil Slayer and then all the Zulrah that you do for 200 mil farming would pretty much cover a vast majority of it. So much more to the point that you probably don't want to do battle staffs. Like it's that much. But the nerf itself.
Don't shit talk my battle stats.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone here does battle staffs. But in general, it's just not necessarily the most. It might not be worth it anymore. And I'm dropping frames.
Oh, by the
that's
way,
not good.
Jay, I'm gonna have to forfeit the race to 100k battle stuffs. I need to make them soon. I'm
What? What are you at?
running out of money, and now I'm marking all my Slayer drops to afford 30
Oh,
mil smithing,
shit.
and after that, I don't have money for daily stamps.
If you run out of money, come to World 65 Vatti Castle.
How many do you have right now, Lola?
51k and
Oh, you're beating me as well, and you're gonna give
Damn.
up?
it has to
Damn.
be done.
Oh, yeah, another thing on the Zulrah nerf, if you're crying about not having enough sharks, just don't eat as much food.
Yeah, so
Pretty
I don't
much.
know. Zulrah nerf wasn't that bad for Ironman going for max because it didn't affect pure essence, which is one of the things you're there for. It kind of affected farming, but you're getting more papaya seeds, so it's not too bad. But I mean, it nerfed farming just a little bit, and then everything else was just like extra stuff. Like you're not getting as much money, but like we said, you're getting more money from Slayer, and you don't really need all that money that much because you're getting it from other places. The mahogany plank to log thing kind of sucks, but it wasn't that big. And then the dragon bones, you really aren't missing out on that much prayer because you're still only getting 30 bones each kill. And then, yeah, so and the food thing, I mean, if you really need food, just go buy karambwans or go buy potatoes with cheese. I mean, and you're getting manta rays, so I don't really think it's that big of a nerf.
And they buffed the scrolls, so
Yeah.
now you can do like 2 kills per trip, and on average, and don't really use that much food.
You guys keep talking about food, but you're not mentioning the cooking XP, which I guess doesn't really matter now if you AFK fishing. But
No one
cooking
knows.
XP,
No one knows. No one knows. Shh, keep it secret.
we're talking about shark who
Yeah.
who AFK fishing. There's like no point in AFKing barb if you can just AFK minnows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I guess some people can get their cooking now. But cooking is like the one skill that keeps getting value added to it, with the Zeah method getting nerfed, and then them talking about shutting karambwans down and trying to like remove them from the shop, and just removing shark from Zulrah as a whole.
You might want to start like buying grapes from Coleman at the chest or something.
Like
that-
DBS.
yeah, that'd
Oh,
be
he's making videos on that.
yeah, that'd be like super desperate times for us if that happened.
Yeah, I'd kill myself. Thoughts on the events of Hardcore Ironman mode dash competition overall? What are your thoughts on it?
Pooh. I don't know, it was okay at the start. There was quite a bit of competition. It's dead now playing it. But it's fun actually because you never know who's gonna be the rank 1. Like, tomorrow could rank 1 die, you know? So that's what it's kind of interesting, but I mean, to be fair, it was kind of a shit update because Yeah, if you die, you just turn in a normal Ironman account, so it's kind of useless to make a normal Ironman, to be honest. It's better to just make a hardcore.
Why
Yeah.
does it matter which one you make?
I
I
mean,
would,
hardcore is seen as a more prestigious thing, I guess, so...
Your e-fame. You gotta be famous on the internet.
Yeah, I would agree with what Flynn said. Respect to everyone who, is going hard on hardcore, like Osiris especially, but I think it's kind of a trash game mode. I think anything that forces you to like play like a pussy or you can die to a DC or whatever isn't very fun, but that's just my opinion.
I would have played it if it was permanent death. Because it's not permanent death, it's not proper hardcore in my opinion. So it's pretty much just shit dead game mode. It's just basically normal Iron Man, but if you get a server DC, you get a tweet out from a bot, and that's about it.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. The competition at the beginning was really cool to see like Zilly and Osiris going hard on fishing, and then later on you see everybody going for Slayer and stuff. But now the competition's kind of died down as we're just seeing people get to the grindy portion of it, and it's kind of lost its appeal to a lot of people. I would have played it if I wasn't going for max on my Ironman at the time, but yeah, I mean, kind of like what Jay said, I don't really like it because people are afraid to do like Green Dragons and Zulrah on it, which I don't really understand why, but I mean, it's up to them, it's their account, but I'm not a fan of it that much anymore.
Imagine how scared people would be to do an activity if it was permanent death, like Vatti would want. Like, I think there'd be even less people doing anything related to PBM because they just lose their account. I kind of like that you don't permanently lose it. It's not all the way hardcore though. But one thing I also like that the game brought is it brought new players and the highest scores, like who didn't go that hard before, and then hardcore comes out and they just went ham.
One thing I'd add to what Tyler said is it's not permanent enough. I'd like to see it so that not only do you lose your hardcore status, you lose your entire Ironman status. Then I feel like it'd probably be a bit more balanced, like if not getting your account deleted, like one or the other.
Yeah, I didn't think of that actually. If it was just like either account deletion or lose your complete Ironman status, I'd probably play that.
If that was the case, then most hardcores would probably cry for some kind of lifelines like they have in Runescape 3. I think they now have like 3 or 4 lives. So, but yeah, if Jagex did that without giving any extra lives ever, and they just stated that 1 life if you die, it's GG account, or completely remove the Ironman icon and turn it to a regular account. That would make it more interesting and even more prestigious, and yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add to that.
Although to add to that, I'm glad they didn't change the Zulrah resurrection to like outside the island. That was just
definitely.
Pure easy escape.
I think too many people were crying on other people's behalf. Like they wanted to see their like favorite like players not die to Zulrah. I don't think anyone who was actually doing Zulrah really actually wanted it. It was mainly just people on Reddit.
Yeah, because I think if you're doing Zulrah on a hardcore, you're confident enough that you're not gonna die.
Yeah.
Or you're kind of accepting the fact that if you DC, you're probably toast. But yeah, I agree. I think it was mostly like people who want to watch like their favorite streamer do it. So.
Oh yeah, one thing to add, I've been really enjoying a friend's vids on his hardcore, so that's good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like his player blacklist.
His
That dude has some weird habits, though. Some really weird things he does on his account.
Oh yeah, like blocking all the best tasks.
And then he was saying, he said it was the dream block list and it wasn't a joke. But then he undid it because he's like, I've ran out of potions and like.
Or he's like growing all those white cats.
Yeah. Shout outs to Alcon as well. His hardcore's coming along quite nicely. I enjoyed his videos.
Yeah, he's a fucking beast. So how do you feel about Ironman being allowed to raid with others?
I think that if Jagex knew raids was as soloable as it is, they shouldn't have allowed it. But I think they probably didn't know that, so I guess it's okay. I only want to see us be able to like duo or team things if it's really genuinely impossible to solo. So
they should have known though.
They really should have, yeah. I mean, it's quite. I mean, you don't even have to be that great at all to solo it if you build a chest. So I don't know. I think it probably should have been solo only, to be honest.
I haven't done a single raid. I come from a WoW raiding background, so I'm kind of like, and I quit because it was too much time. So I'm kind of saturated on raiding content in general, any team content in general. So if I were to ever do any raids, I'd do them solo. That being said, I think they should have made it so they would, so like Ironman just couldn't solo completely, regardless of whether it was impossible or not, and just make Ironman have to do it. It's kind of like how they balanced the Inferno. Like it was super hard, like the meta for like the first week or so was super hard. You didn't have like a twisted bow, and then Jay did an ACB run, and then more people started doing ACB runs, and then you slowly develop tactics for it. I think if that happened with Ironman raiding as well, it'd be really cool to see how the Ironman meta developed with solo raiding. Now it's just, I mean, it probably would have turned into a Woots method, but it would have been cool to see us try and develop our own shit.
I think that Ironman should be allowed to raid with others. That's some of the most fun I had was like the first 2 weeks of raids, trying to figure everything out with everybody in the clan and just, you know, having fun. But at the same time, I'm glad that you can solo it because that lets people who think it's against the Ironman spirit to duo or team up, they can still solo. But yeah, I think, I don't know. It's tough to say because it is a group event kind of thing. They designed raids to not be a solo thing. They thought that you have to have at least like 4 or 5 people to do it. So I think I'm glad that Ironman can do it with other people. But I don't know. It's kind of like one of those gray areas where it just comes down to your morals, really. Kind of like how we had people like duoing Bandos and stuff back in the day when you were able to do it. I think it's just a moral thing.
I think it's fine that they'll let Ironmen do it in groups. It's not like you can really leech for loot. If you're leeching, you have like a really bad roll chance. Yeah, like there's people with like 5k points or whatever that can pop a T-bow or something crazy like that, but it doesn't happen that often, and the people who put in more work will get the drop they get, and you can't really leech for loot.
Unless you're out of me.
One thing you can do is you can, if you have a willing team, you can boost the shit out of your points by doing like fishing and cooking if you're like a really low level at raids on an Ironman.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I don't think many people do it or have like teams that are willing to do it, but it is possible if you wanted to.
Isn't it capped at some point though?
I talked to a guy the other day that like has an Ironman share, and he was apparently he does raids on his Ironman by just boosting points by doing nothing but fishing and cooking, and his team lets him because it just gets like he splits on his main if he gets a drop kind of. So it's doable. I don't know the details because I don't do it, but it's possible.
I don't mind.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I don't mind team raids. As Parker said, it was really fun for the first 2 weeks. And then this escape started, and I quit raids and never went back. And but I would have preferred if it was Ironman only raids. Like if you wanted to team raid, it would have been with other Ironmen, and that would have been better in my opinion. And I really like the solo raiding aspect because then you're not relying on others, and that's one thing I didn't like about dungeoneering back in the day. Finding a team. So.
Well, I'm really fucking happy that I can raid with other as good as Jay or a fucking Hauki or something. So, and I mean, it's not like you can pull a lowlander in raids and just tank everything. So, I'm fine with it, to be honest.
All right. What are your thoughts on Fossil Island? And then we'll go through each part, like in kind of individually. So, what are your thoughts on the new maybe prayer method that's coming out with the new wyverns and new wyverns as a whole?
If the wyverns have good secondary loot tables, along with the whatever fossils and bones they drop and stuff like that, just assuming they drop like wyvern bones and like same equivalent dragon bones, they might be good to do on task if they're easy to kill. I have no faith in the quality of Fossil Island currently, so I'm pretty much assuming that it's going to be super easy to kill. And so yeah, hopefully it'll be worth it. We'll see about it.
I'm hoping that Jagex learned their lesson with the last wyverns, and that these ones are going to not be super OP for Ironmen, but they probably will be. I don't know how easy they are going to be to kill. I don't think that new shield thing is going to be very useful now that they kind of changed the stats on it.
Baby Arcane.
So, yeah, but isn't it worse than a mage book now?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so
Wait, what?
Is it plus 15
that?
now? I think it's plus
Yeah, I
15.
think it's
right?
15.
Oh, is
so
it
it's
just the
slightly
same?
better than-
Is
Oh,
it
okay.
mage's book plus 16?
No,
Or
it's
am I-
15.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I don't really see myself going for that, and I doubt that you'll be able to kill more of these new wyverns than you can green dragons. But it all depends on their drops, I guess. I guess if it's comparable to green dragons by a little bit, and they have decent drops like regular wyverns, they might be more, it might be a new prayer method, but I doubt it.
I recall Dukami tweeting to Maz on Twitter about the drop tables, trying to get magic seeds and like a bunch of skilling supplies on there. And I recall her saying no, or Maz saying no, and saying that the original wyverns are very OP and don't want anything like that. So I don't really know how well the drops will be from them.
That's actually reassuring. I'm hoping they'll be crap.
Yeah.
I don't want a new prayer method, and but honestly, I've no idea. It depends on the drops, as everyone said so far.
Yeah, I don't know. Only significant thing is like the magic shield thingy. But I don't know, I think most people will either go for the magic book or the arcane, so it's kind of useless to be honest. But yeah, besides that, we just gotta wait for the update, I guess. I mean, it's probably gonna be OP as fuck, but I don't know, we'll see.
I wouldn't mind a new alternative to green dragons. I hate green dragons. Also, it'll probably be decent. If it's any good at all, it'll probably be pretty good for hardcore Ironmen, since what do they do, like blue dragons right now?
Yeah.
So I guess it'll be good for them. But yeah, I don't care. Fuck green dragons, though, so bring it on.
Fuck you! Green dragons are great.
Green dragons are so sick. What the fuck are you talking about?
If only,
Shut the fuck up, man!
They weren't that bad.
if only they'd fixed the 2 cave rolls, it would be.
Dude, Lala,
Yeah.
fuck you,
Good
man.
dream.
I'll take your rank.
You know,
can
Lala, I got a D claws from raids the other day. Maybe I could stop by green dragons sometime.
Oh, I
you
have
know?
my own pair of claws, so come at me, bro.
All right, what are your thoughts on the new agility courses that are also going to give like the thieving XP? They're like kind of dynamic courses or whatever.
I think this is just one of the little cute mid-level things that sounds cool to like the person who doesn't really care about XP rates or whatever. The type of like multi-skilling type shit where you're not just like fetching darts as you're putting down box traps, like the actual double training things. I doubt it's going to be anything good.
This is dead content. I don't see this being used at all because it's going to be like middle-level content, and in my opinion, the Reddit masses hate agility as it is, so they'd rather just fucking get it over with and do already like or the rooftops, and it's going to be easier. And I don't know. I think very few people are going to use this. I don't see much of a reward. It'll be interesting to see how much GP it gives, if any, and if it's going to be worth doing at 99 for any like metas or anything. Like it might, like maybe at 99 you can go through the course really quick and get a lot of GP or XP. I don't know, but I think it's going to be dead content.
When I think of agility and thieving courses, I just go straight to Rogue's Den. Like that's where my head goes, and I wish they buffed that XP so it'd almost be worth doing. Like the combined thieving and agility would make it like 0.8 EHP an hour or something.
Yeah.
Just a nice side activity you could possibly do that would make it still worth doing and semi-fun. So hoping it's something like that.
Rogue's Den, the Erudite clan hall.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I wish they made Rogue's Den worth doing. I really enjoyed the minigame. About the Fossil Island courses, no clue. I have no idea if they're gonna be mid-level or high-level or low-level. No clue at all.
Sorry about that.
No clue what the hell it is, but Skip.
I just hope it's good mid-level content. I guess I don't expect it to be useful at all for anyone with like 99 or high levels in thieving or agility. But hopefully it's fun for some mid-levels.
It
We
might
need more
be.
mid-level content.
It might be a pet chance. Like imagine like it might be like best for grinding
Ah, that's
both the
true,
pets. Like imagine it being the best method for both Rocky and Squirrel like combined. That'd be interesting. Kind of like how Penguin agility is for Squirrel at the moment.
All right, so we're gonna skip the hunter method. We already went over that. Mining Todd. So, what are your thoughts on the new Wintertodt mining thing that's coming out?
I think Mining Todd is only what it is because people kind of memed it into existence. I think meme magic is real in this case. They kind of just made it so people still have this perception that mining is shit when it's one of the most balanced skills in the game in terms of methods to XP rate to profitability to APM and stuff like that. It's probably one of the most air quote designed skills. It doesn't need another thing. But it might be thematic for the volcano, and it might get more people into mining, so it might keep more people playing the game or like getting closer to max, which keeps them playing the game. So I can see it from a business standpoint. From a usefulness standpoint, depends on the rewards, depends on the XP, depends if it's high actual APM, like they said Wintertodt would be, or Zeah souls or whatever. So it really just depends. But I have no hope for it really.
I'm pretty sure we do know the XP rate. I don't remember it, but
Yeah, but we were told XP rates for loads of different shit, and they turned out to be not true. So
that's
really know.
true. But
They did get ZMI pretty good.
Yeah, CMI was fine, and it's just a bit over than what they predicted, but that's because of banking speed and new rune crafting perks. So
To me, Mining Todd is worthless. Like you said, mining is like the most balanced skill in the fact that you can do like 3-tick if you want XP, you can do blast mine if you want GP, and kind of click intensive. You got gems if for kind of AFK and XP, and then motherload for AFK. It's like the best balanced skill there is, and Mining Todd is not going to be better than 3-tick 4G, so I won't be doing it, and I doubt the rewards are going to be as OP as Wintertodt were unreleased. So
I agree with you guys on how mining is really balanced. I wouldn't be against it though if it just came to the game and was really good. But one thing about you guys were talking about XP rates and how they were really close to ZMI, but they've been off about a lot of other things. When there was that birdhouse meta for construction they were talking about,
hell.
like 190k an hour, they just expected you just to stand there the entire time, and people explained to them like, no, it's not 190k, it'd be like a few mil because this.
I think it was
And
like
then-
3.4 mil.
Yeah, and then the whole meme became out like, oh, you plant a magic tree and just sit next to it. And also with Hunter, they said that the new Hunter herblore thing would be like 140 or 160k an hour. They've also said, like piggybacking on that, they said Black Chins is a max 185k Hunter XP per hour, and you have people getting 240k plus there, like Thurko and Bior got 240k hours, and Lasby gets big hours there. And so you really wonder, like, if they say like 140 or 160k, does that really mean like 200?
Yeah, pretty much everything has been said, but I'll definitely do it. I've tried for 3-tick 4G, whatever it's called, once, and I got like 50k an hour for 50 minutes or something, and then I gave up. So I'm most likely gonna do Mining Todd if it's not too boring, I guess.
I don't know. For me, as a quote-unquote PVMer, like, I don't know. It's probably not that useful, I'd say. Unless you get a shit ton of like rune ore, but I doubt it. So I don't know. I'm probably not gonna use it.
I guess I'm one of those people who voted no, but secretly hoped it would pass so that I wouldn't have to do some AIDS mining method.
That's me.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it. I kind of hope it's stupid OP, but at the same time, I know it's not good for the game. But yeah. I just don't want to do motherlode for the fucking pet, you know? It's so shit.
Gems are fine, dude. Like if you get into a rhythm with gems.
Someone called gems AFK. That is bullshit.
What the
They're
fuck?
not
No,
AFK.
they're not. No, but it's chill. I find it
I
chill.
think Cub knows
It's
about
chill.
that.
yeah, poor guy.
Ripped Cub.
All right, so the last one, hardwood farming. We're gonna be able to farm teaks and mahoganies on. I think there's 3 patches
Yeah.
on Fossil Island.
Yeah, right next to each other.
Catch me and Lelador getting 200 mil woodcutting when this comes out. Peace. That's it.
Yeah.
If the just to elaborate, if this has a close teleport to it, then I'll be there for the next year.
But it's more efficient to plank make while you woodcut.
Oh yeah,
So
oh yeah, true. No, I was teleport
want
back to the trees. That's what I meant.
Yeah, but you'd want like 2 bill GP before you started banking it,
Alright, good point.
Or before you started woodcutting.
Well, I'm slaying right now, so I should get there. It's fine.
I'm not a fan of construction, so I think I'm just gonna 2-tick woodcut all the way and hope that construction gets devalued even more. I don't know. I probably won't be using these for anything other than farming XP. It'll be interesting to see where the seeds come from.
New
for
Wyverns.
sure. Are they for sure coming from there?
Yeah, I saw that on Maz's Twitter.
Okay. It'll be
They're
interesting.
also crap XP and they take like days to grow.
Yeah, they're like this same time of like the Calquad or something.
So it might be like free extra
No,
pineapple
closer to
trees.
spirit seeds. Like
Oh
I think
my
the
God.
mahogany was 3 days or something. And
Yeah,
teak
something
maybe
stupid
2.
like that.
Do we know what the XP is going to be from them? Because that's
I
a
think it's the
lot.
same as a magic.
Yeah,
seed.
it was like 5k or
What?
6k or something. Yeah, it's really, really bad.
Well, I guess it's a small boost to farming, but not much. Yeah, it'll be nice if it's a better teleport, if it's a better way to bank planks and stuff. It'll be a new meta for people who want to max and go for 200 mil construction and whatnot. But I won't be doing it because I don't ever see myself getting 200 mil farm or construction. But it'd be nice. It's a nice quality of life, I guess, or subtle boost.
I haven't looked too much into the hardwood farming, but I do like the current way to train construction with house tabs or your concave if you're already there. I don't know, I find that a lot more relaxing than making planks and sears or whatnot.
Yeah.
Blacksmithing is actually faster now. I had to make like 50k oak planks for the construction day, and I tested it, and it was 7.5k planks made an hour with the butler method in PvP world. Not too sure why. It might be because of the like people use their POH more often, especially in World 25 in PvP world. So yeah, like the butler never arrives too early there and messes up your rhythm and stuff. I think that only happened to me once in like 6 hours. And also the money bag, so you can skip some dialogue. But yeah, I really like the hardwood farming, and yeah, and it's a good thing I only need to get 3 mahogany seeds, and then I'll just keep chopping them all the way to 200 mil construction once I have the money for it. And it's not even, just to add one more thing, I don't think it's even OP, because it doesn't really boost your construction XP per hour or woodcutting by much compared to teak and the A-Patrol method, which is currently the meta, and it also costs twice as much, so I think it's pretty balanced compared to teaks.
Does anyone know what the bat rate is, or is that not like... Has no one said that yet?
Farming pet or
farming
woodland
pet, right?
pet?
Yeah, from hardwood? Or...
No, they haven't said. Not
If
to
it
my
takes
knowledge, at
days to
least.
grow, it's got to
Yeah,
be good,
that's...
right?
Yeah, it's
it
probably
should
gonna
be
be
a decent
close.
chance. If it's like calquats or like, what is it, spirit trees?
Yeah,
That would be nice, but... Yeah, it just depends how easy you can get the seed. I mean, from wyverns, should be good, to be honest.
Yeah,
Vatti,
not much
you're
to
up.
say.
You're the asshole, fuck, Vatti.
Yeah, not much to say. Just a small boost to farming, I guess. I don't know. I'll do it. I like having more things to farm, so when I run out of oak seeds, you know, I might need some of the hardwood.
How many do you have left?
I don't know, like 20. I farmed them all before, so
Jesus.
you tell me you don't like those 450 XP drops?
Hey, I got my pet on a pineapple and willow tree run, so
Even farming willows now is so depressing.
yeah. I stopped doing
Farming willows? What
I
the
can't be
fuck?
asked.
Well, yeah, I caved like 2 days ago or something.
Oh my god.
I have to, I have to get some farming XP.
I don't even plant maples.
Maples, those weren't too bad.
They're fucking shit.
But it takes like 3 minutes to run 5 patches.
That's true.
Vatti, your Discord needs to be dragged.
I fixed it. It's because I muted my
Oh,
mic, so.
Oh, okay. So what are your thoughts on region-only Ironman mode? So like the guys who do like Zeah-only Ironman, or the Karambwanji only, the Caveman only, all that stuff. What are your thoughts on that?
Caveman?
Yeah, there's a guy on Reddit. He can't leave underground like dungeons, and he can only travel between dungeons and whatnot. So
What?
he has to like stay like Dordish Khan and like Edgeville Dungeon and stuff. And there's like wilderness only Ironmen and stuff like that. I don't really care. Like if they're having fun with the game, go for it. I think it's kind of pointless because you're just already limiting yourself even more. But I mean, I guess that's kind of like what Ironman mode is you're limiting yourself. But I guess just if you're having fun, you're having fun. And if you want to get Reddit karma, you get Reddit karma.
I agree with you there. One thing I'd like to add on though is kind of like the idea of someone makes an area only Ironman, like say they have like only Lumbridge, and once they complete everything there for their personal goal, they unlock like a new city like Draenor, and once you complete everything in Draenor, then you keep unlocking more of the map. I'd like to see someone do something like that so it doesn't get as boring for them.
Yeah, I have nothing against them. I wouldn't play a game mode like that, like self-restricted. But yeah, if you're having fun while doing that, feel free to.
Oh, I see in the chat, 0 quest point Ironman. Man, I'm gonna make. That's nice. But yeah, I don't know, region only, it's kind of pointless. I mean, for people who can't play that much, I suppose the end goal is quite short, I guess, but so I guess it's fine, but I don't know, I personally don't like it.
I find it crazy to restrict yourself anymore, like completely barred off from some content, but it's up to them, I guess. I don't care for it one way or the other.
I only see them on like Reddit and shit. The albums, I kind of like click them if they seem interesting. I like the idea. I like the idea of like wilderness only Ironman. That'd be something cool, like playing on the spawns and stuff like that. Like knowing all the spawns are and kind of avoiding people and stuff like that. The only one that I find really generally impressive is Karambwanji only. He's probably the furthest like area only Ironman, and
Yeah.
I click his albums when I see him on Reddit. So that's about it.
All right, what do you think of Group Ironman mode if it were to come out? There's been a lot of people talking about that. And so if you made a Group Ironman account, what would your goals be and who would your partners be?
I kind of like the idea. I'm kind of for it and kind of against it. Kind of think the high scores is getting really cluttered with all the different types of modes.
Yeah.
But as for a new high score type thing, I'm kind of for it at the same time, even though it clutter the current high scores. I like when new competition comes out, just like what I was saying with hardcore. It lets new people come, have a fresh start at the high scores instead of coming like a year or so late. One thing I did not like about it though is when they were describing it, like they were like, what happens if you have a teammate and your teammate quits? Oh, then you could just sign up with someone else, or like they would be your new partner. And like, how would that work if you just have like someone gathering skills for a year and then you partner up with them like a year later and they feed you or whatever, almost like an alt? That's the one thing I don't know how they're gonna deal with it. Like, are they just gonna say if your partner quits, you're out of luck and you need to like start over, I guess? But if I were to do it, I don't know what I would honestly do. I guess it'd be whatever I'll do, whatever the other person I'm doing with, or whatever they are doing, I guess, if they're more PVM based, because group PVM is kind of fun in my opinion. It's good laughs and everything. Or it could be skilling, because I kind of just skill all day anyways. And it would need to be someone who's kind of the same consistent levels as me.
I also like the idea of a new game mode, groupman mode. But yeah, as you said, it has a lot of issues, and it would be interesting to see how Jagex fixes them. Yeah, that high scores, how would they do it? Would it be total level added, or everyone's total levels added, or an average of the total levels, or and for each skills. And as you said, the high scores are getting cluttered. So many different game modes there. For goals, I don't know. Like Tyler said, it would definitely depend who my teammates would be, and I have no idea who I would play it with. Probably some people from Erudite, or maybe Osiris or someone. But yeah, group PVM would be fun, and also maybe go for max with the whole team. And as Tyler said, again repeating, but yeah, you'd want people who play roughly at the same time during the day and roughly the same hours. And yeah, if one of them quits, what happens then? Is that GG for the team, or can you pick another member, kick one out? I don't know.
Yeah, I think Group Ironman is a really good idea actually. Besides the high scores, I think they should just remove the high scores. I don't know if they see that as an option, but the PVMing part especially, that's gonna be amazing. Like doing raids, like, because normally when you do raids, it's like you see someone else get a drop and you're like, fuck that guy. But if you do Group Ironman, it's gonna be fun. Like you'll all be happy with if you get a twisted bow or something. So yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to playing that mode.
I guess the high scores would be a mess. You just can't have it, because then what would you have a different page for groups of 2 and 3, or how would you group the people together on the high scores? That would be a mess. So you just can't have it as far as I can see. And I guess I don't really care for it, because the whole fun of playing Ironman is like soloing your way through things, going and learning good ways to kill bosses by soloing them and shit. Like I don't see the appeal of group very much, so I probably wouldn't play it. The only thing I see it being good for is just like fun little challenges, or like group challenges with your friends or something. Like if you have a few friends who play old school with you and you want to do it together, I guess that makes sense. But like playing it competitively or whatever, I don't get that.
I personally don't give a shit about the game mode. The only reason I'd be interested in a game mode coming in like that is to see 2 teams. I want to see a John Wilson's team. That'd be hilarious to watch on Twitter. And I want to see DVS and Bougie team up so they can be called Bad and Bougie. Other than that, I'm not really interested in it.
I think it'd be cool to go to compete in it. I think I would like to do like no more than groups of 3. I think teams of 2 or 3 would be best. I think 4 is too many. And I think it'd be cool to be like going for the first group to max, like everybody get the max total level. I don't really have any desire. If it came out, I wouldn't have any desire to do PVM on it or bossing, because it's just basically like playing a main at that point. Like trioing bandos wouldn't be fun, and like the race to like get all PVM items on a group Ironman wouldn't be that impressive, because you're just teaming every boss. It's not that difficult, in my opinion. Like it's bound to happen. And then yeah, I think it'd be cool to go for max. Who would I play with? Honestly, anybody who, probably somebody in Erudite, consistent, like good PVM or good skiller, so we can go ham. I would definitely be going for rank 1. As far as high scores go, I think the only way they can do it is like, I don't know if they would do like the team and then you have like each individual person under it, or if it would just be like an average of their total level, or like combined total level. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how they would do that. So the next question is, would you prefer group Ironman mode or hardcore ultimate Ironman mode, and why? And we're gonna skip Lola because he's AFK for a bit.
The fucking never mind. I thought the Discord thing was messed up. Keep going.
So Flynn,
Wait, what?
Your question.
we're skipping Lela. Lela's AFK. So would you prefer group Ironman mode or ultimate?
I mean, fucking hardcore is that, and fucking ultimate is that mode. I guess if you combine that, that would be like fucking DVS's YouTube channel, so that's not gonna work. So nah, that's just stupid. So I prefer like Ironman mode, to be honest. That's way better.
I think Group Ironman is shit. I think Hardcore is shit. I think UIM is shit. So I guess I don't really prefer any of them. I guess if you had to pick one, though, it'd be the Group one, because I could see a lot of people having fun with that. I don't know what the fuck you're doing Hardcore Ultimate Ironman. Like, are you serious? What would you do?
Put something in your looting bag and never get it back.
What?
Yeah,
That'd be like the most gimped game mode ever.
yeah, that sounds like the most like trash shit ever. No, I don't want either. If I had to pick, I'd pick group because I could just foresee like no one would max that. No one would do it. It'd just be dumb.
Yeah, I would pick group, but I think hardcore ultimate Ironman mode would be cool to see somebody else do it. I wouldn't want to do it, but that's going to take a really long time because all that's going to be is somebody doing, okay, I'm going to get 99 in this skill, get it, and then drop everything that was related to it. So I don't think hardcore ultimate mode would be something I would want to do. Definitely would for group.
I gotta agree with what Jay said about how hardcore is dead and Ultimate Ironman is dead. So combining them together or just making even more dead game mode that I can see maybe like 5 people playing more than 20 hours a week. Other than that, I guess group if I had to choose between the two.
Definitely group. I don't see myself doing hardcore ultimate. Although I like the idea and I would love it to come into the game so I could watch some people do it, vids and streams and such. But yeah, way too grindy for my taste.
For real though, how would you play it? You couldn't suicide. Like that's
Yeah,
like half of the
that's-
meta for UIM.
That's
I
true
know,
ultimate.
That's
Why?
what makes it so interesting to me.
You'd have to do like 99 woodcutting and then construction and then drop everything with that and then move on to fishing, drop everything with that. Like you wouldn't be able to PVM.
God, it sounds like a
I
game mode
think-
for people who like staring at walls. What the fuck?
Yeah. It'd be a blind test. It'd be a blind test.
I don't know, I think someone would find a way to PVM, even without suiciding and with one inventory without looting back. Someone would find a way.
Well, yeah, you'd be able to PVM. You probably just wouldn't be able to PVM.
Yeah, it would be really, really slow and hard.
Yeah. So should Ironman be able to duo other bosses like they can raids? It's kind of an older question because we had people doing like duo bandos and stuff back in the day, and then they patched it. Flynn.
Oh fuck! I'm not paying attention at all. Nah, definitely not. Like, I mean, raids is kind of an exception, I suppose, because it's also instant and yeah. I don't know. No, fuck that. That would be weird.
DR and crescendo. No, for real though, no DRs. It's stupid.
I think raids is an oversight of a comparison. Like, I think they should have just made it so Ironman had to do them. That's my personal opinion, and from that I can stem that any duoing bossing is just dumb. Like, not like, just play mains.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you want to do a boss, just play main. Goes against the whole point of Ironman mode.
Didn't they originally bring an RS3 group PVM because the bosses got too difficult just solo and it like wasn't possible for most people? I'm not too sure, but that's the only way I can see like more group PVM coming, and is if they make bosses like way too difficult that make your require team like even more difficult than something like raids. But I'm not for it.
Here's the thing, then, people were soloing Bandos before Ironman came out, so it's kind of already established that it was solo able. So I think anything that's solo able can be done, and you can't duo it. And then any like specific group content is kind of subject on to its individual case.
I think raids made sense to Jagex to let Ironman crew with other people because they thought like, it wouldn't be viable to solo it. But yeah, definitely an oversight, and in hindsight, I think they should just made it so Ironman had to solo raids, and they could have just said try to figure a way, and we would have, like we did. And yeah, for other bosses, definitely no.
Yeah, I'd say if you're gonna allow duoing, only allow duoing or teaming for bosses that actually like require it. Like if it's even possible, like Bandos or something, never allow that. But if there's like a new boss and you can't solo it, it's impossible, then yeah.
Yeah, and one thing to add, they can learn from raids and maybe even make it like so Ironman, like let's say there's a team boss and they think it's not gonna be soloable, so they think we should let Ironman team up. But I'd say definitely don't let Ironmen team up with before like people have established their tricks and tips and methods for that boss, and like wait for a few months to see if it's actually soloable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be up
And
to
if
us to decide whether or not it's soloable or not. And then
Yeah,
after a few
and if
tests-
not, like let's say 6 months and no Ironman has soloed that boss yet, and they can team up, then maybe Paul letting them team up and do it in teams.
I'd also get Wook streaming on his Ironman again, so I can't complain
Yeah.
about that.
Oh yeah.
The dream. All right. Will you be attending Runefest this year?
Well, I'm the only permanent UK resident here, so I'm probably the person easiest to go. But the answer is no, because can't really afford it. I might go in the future because it's well, I'm the closest person here to it. But other than that, nah, not this year.
I'd like to, but I can't. I have student teaching. I live on the west coast of the U.S., so it costs a lot, and then I have military stuff. So I'd like to meet up with a bunch of the RS nerds, the Sweat Fest, but I can't.
Kind of in the same boat as Parker. It would cost a lot. It sounds like it'd be fun. I'd be afraid I'd get lost on the way there, but
Outside is a scary place, my dude.
I once saw the sun. I felt like a log to a tinderbox. So other than that, no, I would like to go someday though, possibly.
Not this year, maybe next year.
Have you been before, Lelador?
Yeah, 2013.
How
When
was
high
that?
school was still really. Well, I had the worst hangover of my life. It was really cold there for some reason. I was just shivering and half sleeping through most of the stuff. Didn't really know anyone from there. Made a few friends, and yeah, it wasn't the greatest then. But now it most likely would be a lot better because there would be a lot more people that I know.
I think I'm actually the only one who's actually going to Runefest, so that's gonna be fun, I guess. But so if anyone in the chat is going, like, don't be afraid to say hi. Like, I smell a bit, but just keep like 3 meters distant or something, should be fine.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, no, it's gonna be fun, man. I got my pink suit ready. I got my I'm an Ironman by the way shirt ready, so yeah,
You
should
serious?
be fun. Yeah, mate.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll be going with Dalek, so I'll be there most likely, unless I'm not allowed back in the country for some reason.
Flynn, are you gonna like dress up when you go there, or like wear a quest cape or just something, like dress up like your RS character?
Nah, he'll have a Draymond
You walk-
staff.
wait, you can walk in with a Draymond staff. Like I've seen people dress up before when they go there. You can do that.
I mean,
With like a number
Draymond
3,
staff
like
with a
with like a
pink
number
suit
3
on.
jersey, a jersey with number 3 on it.
I have an like a shirt with my rank on it, so. Although I don't know which rank I'm gonna be at that time, so I have to do 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just cross the ones I'm not at the time. So, fuck my luck. But yeah, we'll see.
All right, we kind of went over this, so we'll just go over it really quick. Do you think the new hunting herblore method coming with Fossil Island will change the herblore meta for Ironman? It's kind of hard to answer because we don't really know how what the herblore XP per hour or like what it's going to give. I mean, I don't think it will change the herblore method because herblore method kind of is just get herbs passively and then make potions, but it's kind of hard to answer unless it's like something groundbreaking and like it's like insane herblore XP per hour, and then it just turns into something that you do it all the way to 99 and you don't have to do anything else for herblore.
From what I saw on the method, it's like a tracking type method. And once you find the thing, you can like pick herbs off its back or something like that. And just thinking that they said it'd be like 140, 160k an hour or whatever, but realistically, that probably mean like 180 to 200. How many are you going to track per hour? Like, is it going to be like a big XP drop? Because if it's going to be like 5k XP drop or something, you're going to be collecting a lot of herbs per hour. And it could probably easily be like 20k herb an hour.
They also said the yield would be better.
Oh yeah, wasn't it
Herbs.
2 lives better? Or something
No
like
idea
that?
about the specifics.
So you'd get a lot more herbs, like I'm probably guessing like at least 9. Just gonna guess and say that's a nice guess. If you have the farming cape and magical tears, or I don't know what they're called. I feel like the meta would totally lean towards hunting. Doing like 85 plus hunter there.
Yeah, pretty much agree with you. Nothing to add.
Yeah, we'll see.
I guess we'd have to know numbers before we say much about it. Unless it's like insanely good herbs or herblore XP, then hopefully it won't be too relevant. I don't know.
I just hope it doesn't get rid of seed farming as a thing, because as soon as that's dead, then a lot of Slayer gets thrown up in the air.
I don't think it can even. Like,
Yeah.
how much XP are you gonna get from 200 mil hunter?
Like say it's like 20 mil for instance, and you get like a 160 from 200 mil Slayer, and then you get like the rest from Zulrah, for instance. You'd have to shave some off to Slayer, right? So you'd stop doing melee next at like, I don't know, like 120 mil Slayer or something like that. So it's just gonna bring down the amount of herb Slayer you'd have to do. But then you could also say, okay, I prefer melee Slayer, so I'm just gonna catch chins for hunter because it's faster than that. So it might not just be worth it at all, because you can just get the rest of the herb from Slayer. It's interesting. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. All right. Now that raids have been out for about 4 months, do you think that there should be anything changed about them?
I haven't done many raids personally, only 2, but from seeing everyone else, it looks to be like really good resources in herb, at least like 11k an hour, and I heard with the relics or whatever, it can be a lot more than that, so I think it's fine.
Nah, it's fine.
I mean, raids are pretty fun at the moment, so I think they're fine, but I mean, for most people it's getting pretty easy, I'd say, so they can add a few maybe. I don't know, maybe a few new bosses or something, but they were talking about like raids 2 or something, so I'm not sure what that is, but...
There's a few small changes I'd like to see, I guess. So at Ice Demon, if you're like soloing, you have to drop like 2 inventories of logs on the floor. I'd like to see them like storable in the braziers, so you don't have to pick them up and shit. Same for the thieving room, and also the points for thieving and Ice Demon don't really make much sense. So I'd like to see those tweaked slightly. And other than that, I guess the only other thing I'd like to see is get rid of the fucking saltpeter and lizardman fangs off that stupid table. I hate those.
The fangs are nice for farmers.
Yeah.
I have like 30k of them. I don't know what the fuck to do with them.
Yeah, I just
A lot of farm runs.
A
That's like-
lifetime
yeah.
potion using fangs to make a potion. There we go. That's what we need.
Yeah, new dwarf weed ingredient is lizardman fang. That'd be sick.
That's a
Or
nice
saltpeter.
idea.
I have 0 raid KC, so I can't comment on raids at all. In terms of doing them.
I would like them to get rid of scouting, or
No!
at least
Oh, definitely, yes.
fix it in a
No.
way where you're not doing the same raid over and over. I think it's a shame that you don't get to do Vespula or Tecton or some of the cool big bosses just because they're so much worse than the other ones. I like to make it so you have to do all the bosses, or at least all the bosses are giving you the same amount of points and are the same difficulty to do. It kind of sucks that everybody just kind of looks for the same raid over and over and over. And then on top of that, I'd like to see them do like a raids V2, like new bosses or something, or more random floors. I don't know. That's kind of what I would. Go ahead.
So, I don't think it's a question, but where would you guys want the next raid to be, like lore-wise?
I think
Caring
there
about
was-
lore.
yeah. I think I saw on Reddit somebody talk about Menopause or something. I think that'd be cool
Yeah,
to do with a
desert
desert
theme.
theme.
Desert themed? What kind of bosses would there be? Like
You'd have like a Sphinx.
Sandstorm?
Yeah,
something?
like those giant. I don't know if you've seen them in like the Mummy movies. Those like dog people that are like warriors. I don't know what they're called.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
You have like those giant cat things. I don't know. I think it'd be
A
cool.
huge camel boss.
Yeah. What's the
Sphinx.
camel outside the duel arena? What's his name?
There's a camel inside the jewel arena?
Outside.
Cam.
Oh, right.
Cam. He's from a clue scroll, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
it's like him.
I wouldn't mind Castle Draken myself.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But it's 5 dice.
Yeah, I really want them to type some quest lines, put some good content in there.
If you lock a raid behind a quest, Flynn will never do that raid, so you can't do that.
God damn it. Fuck me life, mate.
All right. Thoughts about coal, gold deposit rocks similar to Living Rock Caverns entering the game? I saw some people talking about this in the chat just a little bit ago too.
Yes, please. Especially gold.
Yeah, deposit rocks. I like that shit so much back in the day. That was amazing. Like with all the bots and shit. It's really good.
Okay.
He's downloading
how-
live.
How AFK are these? I don't actually know.
They were super AFK.
Bit too AFK.
They were bottom.
Nightmare Zone
They
style.
could tweak that. They
Think
could make it
redwoods.
a bit less AFK.
They were really AFK except if you were doing the meta, which was superheating or you mined, and you'd continue mining while you're superheating.
Oh yeah. And you'd use Juju mining potions.
Oh, I miss the Juju stuff. Oh, what was that update called?
Oh, the Juju farming potions.
Yeah, I love that stuff. I really did. I don't know. I guess I wouldn't. I don't care about the rocks. I mean, I wouldn't want to see mining made too AFK. Like people were saying earlier, it's already like the most balanced skill. So, you know, don't make it. If you're gonna make it AFK, don't make it stupid XP. I guess. But I wouldn't really care either way. It's one of those things like the mining tot on Zeah where I'd vote no, but secretly hope it comes out. So the pet would be easy.
+1.
I think
Although I'd straight up vote yes to RRC.
I think Motherlode Mine is already equivalent to Living Rock Cavern, but you don't just get specifically coal or gold. So it's like pretty much that content. So I don't see any reason to add that particular content. A place where you could just get like mine gold ore at a sufficient rate though, with it being a bit more active, that'd be nice. I wouldn't mind doing that. Save a bit of money after like hop worlds and shit. Like anything to get rid of hopping worlds for anything, I'm definitely behind.
I don't know why coal deposits on there. We already have that. It's called Zulrah.
True.
Gold deposit rocks would be nice because I hate buying gold. Gold ore sucked. And the only way I think this would make it in the game is if it was like decent gold per hour mining, but shit XP, like 5 XP per ore, and all you're doing is getting supplies there. I would do that because I think it'd be a lot more fun to have to work for all the gold ore you need to get 99. And I'd like them to see, even if it was like Living Rock Caverns, I'd like to make it less AFK. Like, I don't know, have stuff drop on you and you have to like bring food or something. I don't know. But I definitely would like to see it in the game.
Wouldn't be against it. Don't think mining needs added on, but if it came, you'd see me there all day. I also like the entire idea of just the superheating method I said earlier. I remember when it first came out, you'd see everyone there just superheating to 200 mil. They would just buy a ton of nature ants. Everyone dropped the gold bars then, so they would just keep mining and running between the rocks. I kind of like that method, even though the XP rates were a little high.
Yeah, I think that'd be a cool method to see. Because then I think a lot more Ironmen would start runecrafting double knacks or just buying more knacks. And I think nature runes would probably go up for mains as well. All right, if you could boycott one feature update from coming into the game, what would it be and why?
Is this like an update that's already been announced or is planned or anything?
Anything. You
Oh,
think
microtransactions. End of story.
Anything that gets rid of farm runs in general, like herb runs in general. Just no herb devaluation. That's pretty much it. That's all I can think of right now.
I'm gonna kind of go with Vatti and say the inevitable herblore Todd that's gonna come out with the herblore skilling outfit. I have a feeling that's gonna happen pretty soon.
One of my least favorite updates that happened in pre-EOC is when they removed non-members from the high scores. So they made it so only active players were in the high scores. I totally don't like that. I think everyone should be part of the high scores as long as they have an account.
What about in-game stuff?
In-game stuff, kind of the farming and herblore. As soon as that's gone, kind of feel like Ironman mode is lost a big chunk of it, because a big chunk of it is waking up at 3 a.m. and every hour and a half to do your herb runs.
I've actually done that. Yeah, anything that devalues herblore a lot, and yeah, Herbtide. I also think that will happen eventually. So I would remove if I could.
I don't know. I don't want this game to become like really popular, because that means that everything's gonna be really quick and easy, so anything to prevent that, I guess.
All right, if you could add one piece of content without polling it, what would it be?
Without polling, removal of make everything so you don't have to world hop for it. Like infinite stock gold, like personal infinite stock gold ore, for instance, things like that. You just didn't have to hop, because I hate world hopping. That's probably like my biggest pet peeve at the moment with general skilling.
Yeah, going off that, I would say something like, if we didn't get Living Rock Caverns gold ore packs priced at like 150% of the price that you would normally get a full inventory for the same price, so you're getting more quickly, but you're paying more for it, just so it's a little more balanced. Or like death rune packs or fire rune packs, like
Seaweed, soda ash.
Yeah, Packscape. But the only thing is that makes it kind of easy scape, but to counterbalance it, I would make it so it costs more. So it'd be cheaper to buy them in like inventories and bank. But yeah,
I would definitely spend like 50 GP more per gold ore to never world hop again, easily.
For sure.
One thing that I would want to change is kind of like what you said, Vatti, about the world hop stuff, but I would like to go back to when there was no limit of worlds you could hop. Back when I would sit in Piro hopping for DMs and hop like a world every other second and just never get that timer or log out limit.
Yeah, I'm gonna combine those two. Yeah, no limit on world hops like it used to be. That would be really nice. And I disagree with Vatti. I don't think you should be able to bank like 200 mil smithing in one world. But I would like to have instanced shops that would have the same spawn mechanics that non-instant shops have. So every world would have 100 for you, and it would respawn or restock the way it does now. Although I know it's not possible. Current game engine, at least that's what Jagex says.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. The Ironman mode, like with PVMing, like make some instances for bosses or something, because oh my god, when you're killing Corp and a fucking Dynafal comes up, I may do something about that, I guess.
Corp is not good lately.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there, but there's a lot of people who just chill out at the Corp cave.
Yeah, fucking Spanish people or something.
Yeah, it's
I don't
always
know.
people who speak Spanish.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why, but it is. I know it too. I know your pain. I really do. Anyway, content I'd add without a poll, probably like a new tier of boss with new items that are like so good that you would only use them there because they're really expensive or something. So that would kind of add a new like level of like PVMing to the game. You could have more bosses with like harder mechanics and shit. So like if you think about how Nexheimers were, kind of like that, but just make it so that they're not worth using at places like Banders.
Would that be like a new tier of armor or weapons?
Armor, like potions, anything. Like one good thing about like pre-EOC that I liked a lot was like having overload and soul split, so you could like flick between the two, and it would add like new depth to like PVMing. But obviously those kind of things would be really, really OP if you just introduce them straight up, because you use them everywhere. So introduce them in a way where they're only good in the the places where they're meant to be good. Kind of like how raids is with overloads.
Kind of going off what you said with potions, and I think Vatti mentioned it earlier. I'd like to see more, or a new Lantidime and new Dwarfweed potion, just because, fuck, collecting wines and anti-fire potions are useless.
It's not even collecting wines, it's the fact that the only potion you can make with Dwarfweeds is ranging. When there's like multiple other options.
KQ.
Yeah, we'll get to that, I think.
Yeah.
I've some updates for that, but we'll get to that. I think.
We get that. So does the devaluation of skills affect your playstyle or plans? If so, how? Tyler said it earlier, every Thursday, every skill is getting devalued even further. And so, I mean, you kind of have to keep that in mind when you do a skill. That's kind of like why I'm not doing Slayer, but I'm also not doing Slayer because I don't enjoy it. So I just kind of do what I want to do and enjoy playing the game. I think if you worry too much about the devaluation of skills and your macro efficiency and how efficient you're being doing everything in a changing game, you're not going to have fun. I think you're just going to burn out. So I think you just have to do what you want to do and enjoy it.
The devaluation of skills does kind of change how I play because I go straight to do that skill. You always catch me at the top of CML for that new skill or new method, I guess.
Yeah, sorry. Yes and no. Like it varies. Sometimes it does affect. Like I haven't been doing any woodcutting or hunter, which I probably would have done some hunter if I didn't know that the new herb hunt method was coming out. And same with woodcutting and construction. I probably would have banked more teaks, trying to get the rank 1 record, but I knew Mahogany was potentially becoming the new meta with Fossil Island, so I just didn't do that. But overall, I wouldn't say not too much. I still do Slayer and I still do slow skills, which I know will get faster in the future, but I don't really care.
Actually, the devaluation of skills affects me a lot. Like that's the whole. I am a PV, quote unquote, like PVMer now. So,
PVM also become devalued.
Yeah, but less. You know, like they can come out with like new weapons, but
yeah, tier 80 melee weapon or something.
Yeah, but that might make it like 10% fast. Killing like herblore, for example, Ironman. The next day it could be like twice as fast. So.
True.
And that's what I really don't like about Ironman skilling, and that's why I stopped. So. And that's why I really want like bossing high scores to come. That shit would be really fun to compete on.
It doesn't affect me. I mean, if you really think about it, the most efficient way to play would just be not to fucking play at all, because you know, a year later everything's gonna be devalued. You can do it twice as fast, so you might as well just not fucking play. So no, I don't care. I just play how I want to play. It doesn't matter to me.
I try not to try and predict what the updates will be. Like I don't look at a skill and go, okay, this is definitely gonna happen. I kind of just look at what's been announced. So, for example, I haven't been growing any high-level herb seeds because of Ultra Compost. That's something I'm keeping in mind. What else? I'm not necessarily going straight for a 200 mil. My goals are more like get 20 mil flat, 30 mil flat, etc. So if there's ever any room for devaluation, I won't have no opportunity to not train that skill in its new valued state. So I shouldn't really necessarily be caught out. Like a lot of just my skills will be only like slightly devalued when new updates come out.
That's why I'm doing Thieving, man. It's the safest 200 mil right now.
Yeah, I mean, I get that playstyle, like just doing the shit that you know is fast and won't get changed at all. Like I appreciate that playstyle.
How can you devalue a skill that takes 0 time?
True.
Say that to my foot. What are your thoughts on players using a foot pedal?
Speaking of which.
Well, I don't understand why people. I'm just kidding. It makes it a lot easier and a lot easier to be consistent for things like thieving or even foot elking. I was foot elking on my pure.
What the fuck?
I was foot elking on my pure. When the Karambwanji shop got removed. all the rune items were crashing, I was buying them and just foot elking them on the alt, making some money there. There you can do Bougie found a spot to do foot agility where you just click the same spot over and over again. Get like 20k agility an hour while you're like, you can be burnt and do this. Even with knights, now they made it so the camera doesn't move, and as long as someone's splashing there, you can just go and like just play a different game or something. Like Parker's been playing PUBG. Sorry, I threw out your morals there, Parker.
Dude.
No. But like, it's totally not a bad thing because some people said they would never do it, and now they are. And
That was me.
it just makes it a lot easier to be consistent.
It's highly immoral, and you're all going to hell.
Flynn, would you ever prayer flick with a foot pedal?
Prayer flick with a foot paddle? What? I mean, if I can, why not? I ain't spending like $200 on a foot paddle. I don't know how expensive they are, but
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I was fucking amazed when I heard of this, and I don't even know. Also, foot has now become a verb for skilling. It's really fucking strange. So, no comment. Fucking foot knights, foot elking, what the fuck?
Actually, Foot, the player, saw this coming. That's why his name is Foot.
Damn. That's some next level shit, dude.
Foresight memes.
I'm considering buying a foot pedal. In fact, I have one bookmarked from Amazon, but I haven't bit the bullet yet and bought it. I may find myself wanting to get one when I start studying for my third year of uni. That pretty much answers the question. I'm not really against it at all.
So I was one of those people that was very against it. You can ask Tyler. I made fun of him a lot for using a foot pedal. And then he asked me if I wanted to do a thieving week with him, so I bought a cheap foot pedal, and I managed to get like 30 mil thieving in a week at Already Nice, tapping away. All I would have to say is if you're going to buy a foot pedal, buy an expensive one, because mine broke after that week, and now I have to use a old keyboard. But I'm all for it, because it lets me take a break from RS and still get really good games, and I can play other games, kind of what I've been wanting to do. And if I wasn't using the foot pedal method, I would just be burnt and not playing at all. So, yeah, I enjoy it. I would just say if you're gonna buy a foot pedal, buy one that's not like $15. That's what I do.
You can't really call that playing, though.
Well,
Yeah,
you have.
I'm not playing, but I'm getting XP.
What,
Yeah, and that's
what
one thing I really don't like. I don't
I
mind
mean-
people doing it, but I think that it's really detrimental.
But I mean, to be
Like
honest,
the
I'm not gonna sit here and stare at an Artie Night for 800 hours and click it. I'd rather kill myself.
Well, I like what Dids is doing. Dids has the foot pedal that comes with 3, and he like lifts his left foot, drops his right, and like it seems like he's running in place or something with his foot pedal, and like he'll just play on his other 2 accounts while he does that, and he just got 99 thieving on his skiller, just doing that, then switched up doing whatever on his main. I like the idea. It's just funny to think about.
If
Well,
you went
he's
back
a-
to 2007 and told people this is how RuneScape could be played, and I don't know what the fuck anyone would say.
We are the peak of RS performance right now.
You may not like it, but this
I
is what
guess-
peak performance looks like.
I guess you can kind of go on this. What are your thoughts about doing like phone nights? Like Tyler and I have been pulling up like TeamViewer on our phone, and you just do Artie Nights on your phone. I think other people do that as well. Do you think that's in the same league as foot pedaling, or is that okay?
I hold my mouse in my hand and walk house with my dog. That's sufficient. Because a wireless mouse has one, mate.
So you're saying if I move the splasher, you'd just be walking around already?
Maybe.
Just kidding.
What if I did
I'm
a
fucking
wireless foot pedal?
Hordaland, mate.
A wireless foot pedal? Does that make it moral? Then?
Wireless foot pedal.
Yeah,
Well,
put
what-
one
what
in your
part-
shoe and just walk around.
What Parker started doing was his foot got tired, so he picked up his foot pedal and started tapping it with his hand, like squeezing it together.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't you use a mouse at that point?
because I wanted to sit comfortably, and I was browsing stuff on my other computer with my mouse.
Why not
Yeah,
just
but
get a keyboard and
with
mash
the other
five?
hand.
Well, because I was using it. I have like I foot pedal or do my Already Nights on my laptop, and then I use my main computer to like browse the internet and play other games. So my hand would be like all the way across my desk if I was doing that. I don't know, man. XP is XP, EHP is EHP.
I see myself doing phone nights when the mobile client comes out. I haven't really played much with the Chrome Remote desktop type shit. When the official shit comes out, I'll see if it's what I want to do. I doubt it though. RuneScape is pretty much a game where I only ever like. Cause if I wanted to play it not on the computer, I would have been doing it by now because there's means to do it, right? And I'm not really that thirsty for thieving XP or melee XP because they're kind of useless for me at the moment.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I've tried doing like phone zone and stuff like that, but most of the time if I'm away from my computer and not playing RS, it's because I want to take a break or if I have something to do IRL. So
yeah, just separate from real life shit and RuneScape shit.
I see you talking to the chat, Jay. You can calm down. Whoops. All right, RuneScape as an esport. Do you want to see more Deadman mode or stuff like the Rot competition, Castle Wars competition that the was put on, or something else like maybe Stealing Cup or something?
I watched the Rod tournament and I really enjoyed it. I think they did a really good job. It was really entertaining, especially the one guy, can't remember his name, the caster or whatever you call them. It was really funny, but I don't think Jagex can ever pull something like that as well, because they have to be more professional and the banter won't be the same level. So, and Deadman mode, I think is I don't know, I don't like it really.
Yeah, the Rod tournament was actually amazing. So good. And it actually inspired me to go hybriding on my Ironman.
Oh my god.
And so I went to Black Chance with my max cape and my whip and like 2 million gear. 40 seconds on that and lost 5 mil, so never did.
Oh my god.
Luckily I didn't take my AGS because I was
Did
planning
you
on
at
that.
least die to a PKer and not a Chin Hunter?
Yeah, I died to a PK.
Like black shit at him.
Flynn, are you the type of guy who thinks he can fly so he jumps off a building instead of like a stairs or something?
Oh yeah, with like an umbrella, I tried that.
Mary Poppins.
Oh, I think both are good because they seem to bring a lot of publicity to the game, but I like the style of like kind of the solo PvP tournaments a lot, like the Rot tournament. I think Deadman mode is kind of a shit show. I don't understand how anyone likes it. The final hour is a bunch of, idiots chucking chins and barrages at each other in a big fucking pile. It's like the stupidest thing ever to watch in my opinion, but people seem to like it for whatever reason.
I never really liked Deadman mode as a concept. Like it's hyped for the streams for a bit, but then people end up like DDoSing the people who are actually making the game mode fun, and then as soon as like Vatti dies or something, the whole game mode just dies. There's no point of even playing it anymore. I played it like the first original season, got bored quite quickly. I really like the Rot tournament though. I think any more like community driven 1v1 shit like they did. We did a lot of that back in World of Warcraft when I was playing like 6-7 years ago. We just had like 1v1 tournaments, and they were like realm-based community stuff, and that was like some of the most hypest shit because everyone was talking mad shit. It's like, yeah, I'm the best. Like, well, prove it then. And that was really fun to do. You can't really do that in Deadman. It's like, yeah, I killed you, but it's Deadman servers. It's not really real. But when like a controlled best of 3 type of 1v1 hybrid style, you can actually see who's the best. I'm really looking forward to the new official 1v1 tournament that Jagex is doing. Hopefully they've run it quite well, and you get to really see some good matches, because I really do like hybriding, watching it. I just wish that it had a more first-person point of view, and people recorded their POVs or uploaded them for like replays and stuff. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'd like to see like people fighting, switching, and clicking and doing their stuff.
Yeah, part of the hype from the PvP videos back on like Warcraft movies and shit was like fighting, like seeing people fight the best people from the realm. So it's like, if anyone in the chat remembers like old Swifty videos, like really, really older ones from like 2004, 2005 or so, it'd be like he'd basically take on the best person from each class in the realm, and they were like the sickest, hypest videos. So yeah, just more stuff, like more high level matches like that. That'd be really fun. And to actually have some prize money prestige behind them and actually be officially supported by Jagex is something I really welcome.
I didn't watch the Rot tournament that they put on, but I heard that it was really well made and like well done and everything, so that's good. I'd like to see more stuff like that. Deadman mode is kind of a flop, like a dead game mode to me. I don't see why people
Dead
still
mode,
play
man.
it, but yeah, but the production value is good. It brings in a lot of players, and like every time I watch it, the last hour, like I'm always pretty impressed by the production that ours puts on, not so much the execution. I'd like to see something more like skilling based wise. I know we haven't had like skilling cups in a while. I still think it'd be cool to do something like we're giving $20,000 away now at Deadman mode. Why can't we do like a 10,000 giveaway for like a skilling cup kind of thing? I'd like to see more like that, or even if it's not put on by RS, just community driven skilling cups. I think that'd be good. But yeah, I think the more the better. It's more community interaction, and it's bringing more people to the game, so that's always good.
No offense to the skillers, but who's gonna want to watch someone click on a fucking tree for an hour for a skilling cup? Like a prize for that,
Yeah, I don't think that would be popular enough to.
Yeah,
or
it'd be
10k reward.
Yeah, it'd be difficult to find a way to do it, but I'd like to see them try at least.
I enjoyed the rock competition. I enjoyed just watching and seeing like 55 when he was putting on Redemption, and he was out, just turned around, hit like 46 with the Onyx bolt. And like he shouldn't have won that, but he got some cigar and Gene. It was a lot more exciting to watch than what you guys said, just throwing chins and barraging everywhere and having Rot just have 40 people at the end. It was a lot more entertaining. I really like the 1v1 tournaments a lot more. You get to see who's better at switching and not just having a mass of people listening well.
Don't get me wrong, I appreciate clan-based PvP, but it's just not a good showcase for it, Deadman. It'd be better if they had... They're doing the 5v5 and 20v20 shit. That should be more interesting to watch, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed.
Because Deadman mode is like, oh, one player left alive, so he must have won all by himself. It's like, well, no, there were like 40 people left and they have to kill each other off. It's like the dumbest shit ever.
I agree with you. I'm not trying to talk down clans. It's just not as interesting to watch as the 1v1s. That was very entertaining.
Yeah, it's not the clan's fault that the format is saying that it's a solo person winning, but they just end up having the whole clan make that one solo person win. It's weird.
All right, so this will be the last question we do, and then we can start pulling questions from the chat if you guys have any. So Jagex have stated that they wanted to address the issue of Ironmen and such accounts getting ragged. They see it as a problem. What do you think should happen for people who rag Ironmen?
Well, at the moment, it's just like if you say anything about getting crashed, like Chris Archie comes there and says stop to the guy, and that just does nothing. So I don't know, there's not really a solution, because I mean they can make everything instant, that would solve the problem, but then you have like problems on main with the market, so there isn't really a solution. So I think it's gonna stay like it is currently.
I don't know. I don't actually really care that much about this. Like, I don't really. Corp is the biggest problem. Everything else is fine, pretty much. Corp is the only problem. And I think if like they somehow made you take an English speaking test to go into the Corp layer, that would get rid of a lot of the crashes. But I can't see that being doable, so we just have to deal with it, I guess, or let Archie fix it up.
The only time I've been ragged is at Green Dragons, and the only reason I got ragged at Green Dragons was because the 2k total rewards were shit. So fix the 2k total rewards, and add like 250 or something, and there'll be way less raggers.
Max total world.
I think max is. There's a lot of max people, so I think it like numbers warrant it, but I think like not many people would vote for it because they kind of see people who are maxed as like some like they don't want to give them any like leg room model.
Yeah, I see.
Even getting 250 through a poll will be hard.
No, I think the only reason that didn't pass was because people assumed that there were not enough worlds to go around, and they didn't want to like clog up all the worlds and shit. But it's like they proved they can add like loads of different worlds and shit, so it should be fine.
Yeah. Do I see what I think should be done? I really don't care. We all chose to be Ironman. We knew that was going to be part of the game, was getting crashed, and if we can't out DPS somebody to make it so they can't get the drop, that's our fault because we're Ironmen, I guess. Yeah, I don't think that anything should happen if they're just like if it's like if you're just at Bandos and they're like a team and they just come in like this is our world now, I don't think you can do anything about that. But I think if you're like at Corp or at Bandos and it's like the same guy coming back and just harassing you and like he's obviously just doing it to piss you off, I think something should be done then. But if he's just there and he wants to kill the boss and you happen to be there, I think that's just your fault that you're an Ironman.
Yeah, I think it's important to make a distinction between crashing and dragging. Like not every crasher is a ragger, but as far as I know, it's only a problem at Corp. And I don't know, that could be fixed with the instance, I guess. But for any other boss, I just leave it as is. I don't think ragging is a really big problem.
All right, if you guys have any questions in the chat, we can answer them really quick.
Well,
If
we can
not-
talk about Inferno, which Elo just said. I guess. I don't know. Did anyone? Oh yeah, Jay has an Inferno cave.
Yeah, and I'm not the only one. I think I am the only one here with one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're the only good PVM.
The Erudite nerds need to get on that shit. Come on, guys.
We have two of
Yeah,
them.
no.
We have two Infernal Kit. No, like three.
Yeah,
I
we
think.
have Eric and I guess
Third
Osiris is
H bomb.
technically.
Aloe has one.
Oh yeah, Aloe too. Yeah, Aloe.
All right. So the first one I see is future is Mrs. I guess I don't know. Question: would you guys say raids to be macro efficient? No, because all you're there for is drops, like weapon drops and gear and drops. But
No.
I mean, well, so you're there for those weapon drops, but you're gonna get herblore and essence and stuff. But those are side drops to it, and you're getting it at a lower rate than you could get if you went and did something else. So
The thing is though, it's close enough to the point where it's not bad to do raids. Like it's
but
like, it's
overall,
like I think it's like 0.7 or 0.8 or something EHP per raid per like
that's
per
not
hour.
100%.
Yeah, it's not 100% obviously, but
Yeah.
if you're going, something worth considering is like it might be worth getting ancestral, for instance. If you're gonna go for 200 mil all, you're gonna be killing a lot of Zulrah, and if you get like a kill per hour more by getting the ancestral, then it may be worth getting the ancestral for that, and then you'll get more. So you'll just get more herb from that and shit, and it may take you ages to get ancestral.
Yeah, the thing is, we don't know what the average time it takes to get ancestral is, and if that's gonna
No, you do.
offset the time it
The rates
saves.
are out. You can work it out.
Yeah, but what if you go fucking unlucky as fuck?
Well, you just
And
you base it based on like the probability of it. It's like the only reason I want to go raids is for rigor. I don't want anything else. And if I go 800 giant it, I'm probably just gonna kill myself because I don't want to be there for that long.
I think
I know a guy who's going to join rigor.
I think for Ironman, you should get the prayers and then leave.
Yeah.
That's it.
Anything else is a bonus. In my personal opinion, although ancestral speeds up Zulrah, but it's very hard to cap for that specifically.
I think all Ironmen should get all raids drops because raids are fun.
Gross.
Agreed.
Lela, you have anything to add?
No.
Tyler, are you here? Are you still AFK?
Hello.
Do you think raids are macro efficient?
To a point, especially with what Vatti was saying, it's almost efficient. It's like 0.7 or whatever, but you have to think about what if you get ancestral? How much does that speed up everything else by in the long run if you're going to kill like 40,000 Zulrahs? Or a twisted bow to help you out mole. What, they get like 60 to 70 kills an hour? I'm not too sure. But you have to think about all those items you're getting and how much that's going to speed up everything else along with the other drops that raids gives, like all the herbs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say
give people a
prayers
couple months and
keep
we'll model it. We should have answers to that soon.
You get a lot of essence and gems too. I don't know if anyone cares about that shit anymore, but you
I think
kind of
gems are
stop
kind of-
quite a bit for lavas if you do raids.
We worked. I've already not ZMI is just better if essence is not 0 time. So you want to spend your essence on ZMI, not lavas.
I prefer
So
lava.
that's why raids are pretty good for the essence drops as well. Same with Zulrah. That's why Zulrah is pretty good. The essence is a big part of that. It's not just the farming and the herblore.
I'm
Alright,
guessing the little relics don't add up very much, do they?
They do. I think it's like just a flat 27k, no secondary gaining, no herb spending, herblore XP drop. So it's like pretty substantial, actually.
I think I get like 14.5k off the relic.
I
if
didn't know.
remember
I didn't
right.
know exactly, but the big part of it is that there's no secondary spent for it. It's just a straight up
True,
XP
yeah,
drop.
true.
I think Tebow is 65 kills an hour or something like that at Mole, by the way.
It's better than Darrow's.
Yeah. All right. So Vexvirus wants to know what's our favorite skill and why. I guess I'll let Tyler go first since I answered the last one first.
I don't really have any favorite. I just have the skills I can stand and just be okay with doing for a month or two or more on end. Log in knowing like, okay, I'll just do this, whatever. Just not Hunter.
Farming. Always farming. I don't know why. I just love farming.
Flynn, what's your favorite skill?
Slayer.
My favorite skill? Oh, I don't know. I guess Slayer, but that's a boring answer. Many people like Slayer, but yeah, I don't know. I just like bossing, so Slayer, I guess.
Jay?
Yeah, pretty much what Flynn said. Slayer's the only skill where you can go and actually kill bosses to train it, so Slayer by far.
I like Zeah runecrafting, farming, and herblore.
I like farming herblore just because on an Ironman they kind of show consistency over time. And then I like too thick woodcutting. All other woodcutting sucks too. Bougie wants to know what old Ironman method do you miss the most?
10k Zulrah for max.
What about 40k wyverns?
40k wyverns and
40k
Oh,
wyverns
fuck
can
that.
suck a dick, man. Screw that shit.
I did 7k or something, and that was painful. Also,
Alright.
that was with the old death mechanics. And like the game was teasing a lot and was being DDoS. I lost like 5 Berserker Ring imbues or something.
Oh my god.
And once I was like 30 seconds from losing my torso with the 10-minute death timer.
Jesus.
So yeah, I'll say the well, not necessarily a method, but like old death timers. Those were.
Ironman wasn't that old for my favorite method, and I just think mining essence would be so like
Yes.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yes.
no one's there, just mining essence. Like imagine like runecrafting was the hardest at that point, and you just have like 40 Ironmen, like 2k plus total, just in the 2k world mining essence. You just like
Wizards
someone,
Guild.
yeah, someone's going to the Wizards Guild or something to like buy their 99 magic cape for the first time. They just see like 40 people running in and out, all with iron in their name. Like, wait, what?
That was actually my plan when I started Ironman. I didn't plan to play it full time, but my plan was to mine the essence for 99 runecrafting while runecrafting on my main.
I know, right? I mined 70 rune crafting. That's one of the first things I did.
I would say what method I miss the most is just the absence of Nightmare Zone. I don't like the fact that melees are 0 time and stuff. I'd like to, I would like an Ironman mode where to get 200 mil melees and stuff, you have to go kill like Necrils and just camp random shit and do Slayer and stuff like that. But, I wouldn't say that's really an Ironman method. I'd just say that's kind of a method for Nightmare Zone. All right, so Halesta wants to ask, this one's kind of directed at Vatti because you did the math. How efficient is Cowfight Queen?
Okay, so my original video that KQ was trash for Ironman, I calculated it at about like 71% or so. So it was like 0.7, so not that good. Like still competitive, but not that good. The reason why it was that low was because I mistakenly underrated the wines that you get per hour, right? So I got the accurate drop rates for the wines, and that turned out to be around like 120 wines an hour, which is decent. Like over half, like or just under half of what you'd get normally telegrabbing, right? So it all depended on how much you value telegrabbing. And personally, I hate fucking everyone. I don't think there's anyone who actually likes telegrabbing. So any way to get KQ up to a point where you don't have to telegrab would be good.
I'd rather telegrab over KQ any day.
Really?
Yeah, I'd telegrab
not
like
sure.
7,000 or 8,000.
Jesus Christ! Like
I also telegraph.
I hate the world I hate the world hopping aspect of it. That's the only reason. Anyway, so I redid the calculations, and that like 25 kills an hour. It was like 80%, which is impressive. 26 was like 86. 27 was 91. And if you came from Alo's stream today, I think he hosted us. He did a 28 kill trip, 28 kills an hour, which turned out to be 99% efficient. So it's pretty much like 1-to-1 EHP compared to other methods currently, which is crazy. So basically, and that's not factoring the time spent not collecting blue dragon scales, because you'd be using all the potato cactus, right? You wouldn't have to collect dragon scales anymore. You wouldn't have to do lava dragons. You'd use all your lanterdams with potato cactus, right? So that pretty much pushes it over the edge. So if you had full Bandos, Dragon Warhammer, full Armadillo, Infernal Cape, and were able to do 28 kills an hour, then I would unblock KQ and do that boss task on task, the 200 mil Slayer, because that's efficient to do. So KQ is pretty fucking good if you are good at it and have the gear for it.
Do you know how many kills
kills an hour
you're supposed to do? No, I mean like in total, how many kills?
So Fraser's currently making a new spreadsheet for Slayer, so he's gonna create a model for it, which is different from Jinbino's and different from Zilly's. I'm not sure how he's gonna do it, but he's gonna figure that out. And once we have that, that'll be probably the most accurate Ironman Slayer thing we have, and we can calculate how many you'd actually have to kill. It'd probably it'd be under like 60k or something, but just like between like 40 or 60k, something like that.
That's like 100 mil Slayer almost.
Yeah, it's a
The
lot.
new-
120 mil.
It's a lot. It's those are just numbers I pulled up my ass, obviously, but it's definitely a lot. Just a lot. A massive amount of your Slayer would be in KQ.
Yeah.
I have a question about that.
Yeah, go on.
So I haven't done KQ since the pool update in the house. Do you
Yeah.
use food there? Because it would take time to get food, right?
Yeah, you use food. So you still have to eat during the kill. Yeah. So what you end up bringing is a range pot, a super combat pot, and a restore. You never end up using a restore because you don't run out of prayer between the trips. But if you get a brew drop, then you use that, and you basically bring a full max 8-way switch, and then you I think it's a 6-way switch, but the 8 slots are the hammer and the defender, and then you just bring rest manta rays.
And you get enough from Zulrah that it doesn't matter, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah, because you get food
Okay.
drops from KQ as well. You get dark crabs and monkfish and sharks. I think you can get sharks, but I can't
Fuck
remember.
me, and I thought I could stop doing KQ after I got the pet. God
Nope.
damn.
It's good. It's good to do. It's so with that. It's not to say okay you should be doing it as well. It's just like if you.
It's almost efficient.
No, it is. It is pretty much. It is pretty much good to do. You should be able to do KQ this is if you can do 28 kills an hour, but you need a lot of gear for that. I've heard people in Ammo's chat were talking about like 30 kills an hour, but they're probably using dragon darts or something. But 28 seems to be the max you can get. If you can beat that, then good job on you.
All right, real quick. Patome wants to know, what do you guys think about people wanting Jagex to make Wintertodt harder for level 3s? Do you think it's a good idea to make the thing that Ironmen use to start out nowadays unviable? I don't really think that they will make it harder for level 3s. I haven't seen anything about that. And even if they did, I don't really think Wintertodt what you should be doing at the start of your Ironman. You should be following, if you want to be quote-unquote macro efficient, follow Osiris's guide, go do thieving, quests, fishing, stuff like that. But I mean, even if they did make it harder for level 3s, I don't see that as a problem. They just make it less easy escape.
Yeah, I guess I don't really care either way. I don't see the point really. Doesn't seem like it'd make much of a difference. People just do it a little bit later. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a 9 you just sit there and do it. I mean, whether you do it first or not doesn't really matter.
All right.
If it's, I don't know if Wintertodt is botted, but if it was botted, that might help with that. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell because there's so many people here spamming dumb shit that it's hard to tell if anyone's a bot.
It's just like the what's so funny thing, but
Why-
instead
why
they just
Fletch?
spam why Fletch, yeah.
Yeah, oh shit, what if the bots are the ones saying Joel get on Skype? Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
Mind blown.
All right. What do you guys think of mobile RS? What are your thoughts on mobile RS coming out in the winter, and will you be using it?
I'll definitely try it. I haven't played around with Chrome. I've already said this, but I haven't played around with Chrome Remote Desktop because I try and keep RuneScape as a free time type thing. I don't want to be like multitasking it while I'm in the lecture, for instance. You know, that'd be inappropriate for me at least. I'll definitely try it out. If I like it, then I'll do nights with it. Or gem nights with it. That's the only piece of content I see worth doing. If I can efficiently do a herb run with it, then I'll do that. That's about it.
Hello, what the fuck's a gem night? How long have I been away from the community?
Oh.
A gem night is the Tazar thieving, where you just trap it and you trap it in a certain spot, and it gets stuck like the RD night, and you just spam click it, event or occasionally fill your gem bag, drink a brew.
Yeah, gem nights are the
gotcha.
macro efficient RD nights. They're
It's
like
better to do those than foot nights.
yeah, it's like what you're meant to do in air quotes, but foot nights are just way easier.
I'm not about allocating hundreds of thousands of pieces of jewelry.
Well, if you're gonna go for 200 mobility, you need arcs for it, so that's my
I'm lazy.
fair enough.
I'll foot night my arcs like Tyler. 0 time.
For mobile RS, I think it's kind of cool. I think it'll be morally just like really big publicity type thing, and I've seen a lot of people tweet the JMod saying like, please don't make easier phone methods for people, even though I can totally see that becoming a thing. If a ton of people are using the phones to play RS, they're gonna want more AFK methods, so you can possibly see a lot of things like that coming out. And as for if I use it or not, I've been doing it for like over a year, so
How well does the Chrome Remote Desktop run currently?
Well, when I go outside on walks, like I've been doing phone nights and I occasionally go out on walks, instead of getting like 240, 250k, I get like 220 to 230 just because of lag spikes.
No, but like I'm talking about like frame rate.
That's not very good.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I imagine
like
like
10.
I imagine like a proper properly made client would be like super smooth. Like the beta footage that they showed or the alpha footage that they showed, like looked really fucking smooth. So it probably might just be a better well-running client. So people might just swap over to that because of that.
If it runs smooth like you said, and I can do like an herb run on it, I'll do it like when I'm out in town or something, hanging out with people. I'll just like pop on and do an herb run really quick. And then like if I'm at the gym or something, I'll do like redwoods or like in class, I'll do something super AFK if it's like a boring fucking class or some shit. But for the most part, I don't really like playing on my phone because if I'm out away from my computer, I'm usually doing something important or taking a break from RS. But I don't know.
I have like a really shitty Windows phone, so I don't know if I'm allowed
Windows
to play mobile. I might have to get a new phone if I want to. The thing I'm most curious about for the mobile is I think there'll be like a lot of new players, since if you can like kind of just log on your phone, AFK and Nightmare Zone, get your stats up to boss, that's going to attract a lot of like people who just want to play the game to boss or PK or whatever. And I'm wondering what that's going to do to the polls.
Oh god.
I don't know though.
Yeah, I think it'll be nice in terms of new players coming in the game, playing with their phones. But yeah, it will definitely affect updates, and people will ask for more phone-friendly updates. That's for sure, and they will deliver them. And for myself, no, I don't have any plans to play on my phone.
Off topic, does anyone know if the Karambwanji poll is passing at the moment?
I think
It
I saw
was yesterday.
Lars tweeted that it barely passed, I think.
No, because
Is it actually gonna be 180k XP now? Because
No, because you
No.
can't.
okay,
You can't
that's
two-tick it.
good.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Wait.
sweating, mate. There's a pool in my.
You can two-tick on a PvP world, but it's probably gonna get patched like the mining update.
Yeah.
Wait, what's making people think Karambwans are going to be really good XP per hour? Sorry.
So-
They are.
Yeah.
Are
So they currently are, but the change would be stackable bait. So you'd be able to just click it and it'd be 4-tick Karambwan fishing AFK, which is like 80k an
How
hour
much-
banking them.
How much XP do you get an hour per fish? Or how much XP do you get from one Karambwan?
105.
Okay.
I think Tyler said that if you do 100 mil fishing at Karambwans, you bank 200 mil cooking. So
You'd only bank, it's like 105 fishing, 190 cooking or whatever, something like that. So, but you'd get the rest from
Zulrah.
like Zulrah with your
Hold
grapes.
up. Yeah, are you telling me Karambwan fishing is actually going to be good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only,
Nah.
only on one
Nah.
condition. Only if the bait restocks
What's that?
fast. If the bait, like, because they're putting stackable bait in the shop, and if that doesn't restock fast, it's not going to be worth doing.
It'd be like old arrow shafts where like only one person can buy the arrow shafts from a ranging guild.
I'm
You
gonna
could buy
fucking
it over
cry.
time.
I bought 110k Karambwans. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, that's right. You have like 70 mil cooking or some shit.
Yeah, instead of dark crabs, you could have been doing karambwans.
Rip.
Feels bad.
For double the XP.
Exactly.
All right, so who do you think, in your opinion, is most likely to de-iron a year from now? Anybody? I'm
I
gonna
heard
go
a
with
crowd.
Lasby.
Yeah, a crowd favorite I heard is Lasby.
I feel like
Yep.
Lasby's gonna
Yep.
run out of DMP.
But
Really?
people all people also think Lasby's gonna burn out when he like has to get to a skill that he can't tweet during and stuff.
I think Lasby has to do mandatory military service or something, so that might burn him out. Who knows?
Really?
you guys-
Is he that young?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a young man.
Interesting. Well, he'll be phone zoning the whole time.
Oh, looks like Bad Ideas is de-ironing in like 1 month. Feels good, man.
I don't think anyone in Erudite would de-iron soon. Depends really.
Didn't Lars the iron?
No.
No.
Oh. I heard something about that yesterday.
Yeah, I don't really think de-ironing is a thing. I think people just burn out and decide to come back in a year. And then
I
never
think
do.
Crescendo might de-iron, but I don't think he's playing at all. So
Crescendo.
Well, there's one
We'll
thing
see my
like
raids.
some people like they'll burn out of their Ironman, come back to the CC and be like, yeah, I'm bored, I'm de-ironing, guys. And I hope Cajun Fries doesn't do that because he's
Yeah.
been really burnt lately. So like, wasn't it Kugi who like quit for a while, came back and was like, yeah,
Yep.
I'm just de-ironing. I hope
Yeah, he
Cajun
raided on
Fries.
the-
Yeah, I hope Cajun Fries doesn't do anything like that.
yeah.
The thing is, like, pretty much everyone who has the iron that I know has regretted the decision.
Yeah,
Only-
there's really no
You
point
should
in
never do
de-ironing.
that. Yeah.
Because if you want a main at the level that you have your Ironman, you're better off making a new account and just making it that level. And then if you get bored of that, you just go back to the Ironman you already have. And then I know DVS says that if he dies on his hardcore, he's gonna de-iron his max main or his hardcore, one of them, and just go for PPM drops and stuff. But I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, I'm not really thinking of any names here that like stick out in my mind. I don't know.
And then Erudite, if you guys didn't know, there's like a little competition. I'm not sure who's on it, but some of you, the guys are going for most pets before a certain date or something.
Oh yeah.
I think that was Cab and Cub,
I think
wasn't it? They had like a bet.
Lila Flynn, I think. If one of you guys
Yeah.
want to,
Oh yeah.
Lala, me, Cap, and Cup. So yeah,
And-
basically we're doing race till 20 pets, and all the losers have to make the 100 mil statue in the house. So yeah.
That's
Who?
gonna hurt.
What
Who's in the
happens if
lead?
someone doesn't have 100 mil? What happens if they
Um,
spend all their
Yeah,
money?
I'm currently spending all my money, so I don't have to build.
I'm sorry,
I
guys.
mean,
Who do you guys think's gonna win that?
Would you make the person who doesn't have 100 mil like start a road to 100 mil GP series and like stream it the entire time?
What they'd just be doing like a battle staff
They
buying
mine
or
Rune.
something, mining
They
rune
mine
and like
Rune. Like Nabrowski. You guys remember filming after he got hacked? That's what he did.
Jesus. I think Cub will win. If he stops going for mining pet, I think he'll win. I think if he gets it within the next like 2 mil XP, then he'll like fucking like soar ahead.
Yeah, I'm with you with
Nah.
that. I think
There's
Cub
no
is gonna.
chance.
I
There's
think
no
Cub is gonna
chance.
get the mining pet and just out of nowhere get all this luck, and in like a week he's gonna get like 3 different PVM pets.
Yeah.
I don't know. Flynn just recently got the Dark Core pet and he's sitting at 17 now.
Oh, true. I forgot about that.
Flynn will win because I burnt out. I would have won easily.
Yeah, that's
Oh, I would have won if I quit. If I didn't quit.
fuck you, Lala.
It's true. I like for the longest time, I had most pets gained on the comp, and my RNG is pretty good. So yeah, I would
Yeah,
easily beat
you're
them
just
from-
lucky. That's it.
What
Well,
boss?
that's all
what,
you need for RNG competition.
Yeah, but still.
what boss made you burn out?
Yeah, I
Lelador?
burned out from PVMing, and now I'm just skilling, so not gonna happen.
How
And
many
I'm.
pet-
It's
how many
gonna
pets do you
sting
have?
spending 100 mil, but I'll do it.
How many pets do each of you have right now? I'm curious. I haven't kept up
Uh,
to date with this.
Cab and me at 12, Cobb 13, and Flynn 17.
Ooh.
But when we started, we were pretty close to each other. And I was the underdog with 8, and then
Yeah.
I think Cab had 11 maybe, and
I
Flynn
was
had
at 13, I believe.
or 12, something like that. But
Yeah.
pretty close to each other, except me with 8.
All right, so I guess the last question we can answer is from Yushi Messiah. He says, "What would you like the next Zeah update to be?" I'm just gonna answer it with complete deletion of Zeah. Just delete it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Nuke.
A Grandmaster quest for Noah's Ark, and then it just floods, and then Noah comes back.
I think legit answer would be diary.
Yeah, true. Like the full
Yeah, that
completion
was
of it,
my
and then the diary.
A huge batch of quests for me.
Oh yeah, more quests.
I heard there was
Are they
a
working on that right?
Talking about? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
yeah, more quests, more quests, more quests.
No.
Yeah. They take a lot of dev time, so that means they'll
Oh yeah.
bring a lot less other OP devaluation updates. So
You say
I'm
that.
all for quests and mini games and PK updates and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That
Do you
just
hate
affect
me, Lala?
Yes, of course I do.
The Client of Kren quest, dude. That had the most stupid rewards, and it was like 5 minutes long.
Yeah, if
So
they're
I
gonna
don't
have
know.
quests, it's got to be something more than running from one general store to another.
That reward is really OP too for like how long that quest took.
Yeah,
It
that's
saved
what I'm
multiple
saying.
hours.
it devalued my
Yeah.
17 hours of like 100% all favor.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Oh yeah, and Calcut patch in there.
Yeah, second calculate, that'd be nice.
More farming patches in general would be nice. You don't really farm much beyond the tithe farm there and the spirit
Or a
tree, I
magic
guess.
seed, a magic seed farm over there. You just farm more magic seeds.
Shout
Alright, I
outs
think that's gonna
to
do it.
shout outs to Modash for his new farming code coming soon, please. Thank you.
Oh, thank God, please.
I'm scared about that.
I have faith.
It'll change farming somehow. It'll be bugged or something.
I have faith.
All right, we're getting spammed with ha-has in the chat, but thanks for watching the podcast. That's gonna wrap this one up. You guys, our Twitters are down there in the bottom left. If you guys want to give a shout out to yourself, feel free. But yeah, we'll try to. I don't know when the next one's gonna be. Maybe like in a month. Probably whenever like we have more stuff to talk about. But yeah, that's gonna wrap this one up.
Cool. Peace.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone. It's been a long time in the making.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
I hope you have a good day.
Bye.
Boy.
Bye.
That's weird.